Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Dungeons & Dragons. We are the Digital Dragons, and we are playing through the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden module. I'm joined here by, and I'm going to start randomly in the middle, Tahko.
You caught me off guard. I am Tahko Moodkiller, played by Highwind.
And then Irilyssa.
Hi, I'm Irilyssa Zenriel, played by Jarard, aka Evil by Moonlight.
Zagrax.
I'm Zach, or Warbird in chat.
Vulwin.
Hi, I'm Vulwin Duragar, Ethan or Chaos Gemini.
And Elora.
Hi, I'm playing Elora today, but my name is Trips.
And I don't think I forgot anyone. Hopefully.
No.
Awesome.
Who are you? No.
Oh yeah, I'm Mordred. I'm the DM. I am.
Yeah, you.
I'm the puppet master. I'm the one making everything probably not work quite as well as it could be. So, who wants to give an overview of what occurred last week?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, let's see. We started with a battle, and then there was not battle, and then we're battling again.
There was quite a lot of fighting.
Very good. Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
No, we recovered some mead that was stolen from the town of Goodmead. We encountered what were they? 2 or 3 very angry people and a bear in a cave who had stolen it. We made our way back. Things were looking kind of good. Then there was some back and forth between 2 potential new leaders, as their previous leader had gotten killed in that raid. And we persuaded most of the townsfolk to side with the 10 towns so that we could make a peaceful resolution of things. And the other person that was a part of this decided to leave. And we met them on the road coming back with a group of what we believe were assassins. So we followed them back. And we decided to take action.
Aggressive action. Yeah, you guys started this fight.
This is for Goodmead. One of the few places that has mead.
We're defending the 10 towns.
Yes.
That's what we'll say in our trial.
Okay, and then if I remember correctly, we were at the start of the new turn, so Elora, you are up. And as just a quick reminder, you've got the 3 thugs around Tahko at the moment. Both of them, well, all 3 of them seem to be using 2 weapons, generally a mixture of a club and a sword or a mace or something like that. There are a couple who have heavy crossbows. They are the ones with the wrench, if you can see that. Yes, you can. And then there are also a couple right at the back of the map, and I'll zoom out for Twitch so you guys can see that, which includes the character that the party recognized as being Shander, who was the other person who ran in the election. That should be a pretty good overview of what's going on.
Yeah.
All right, Elora, what are you doing?
Okay, I've had like a whole week to think about this. So, she's actually going to try something that's a little... She wouldn't normally do this, but we desperate times call for desperate measures. She's going to move 5. Oh, if this works. Come on, girl. Move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait. No. It doesn't matter.
You can do diagonals.
She's doing diagonals to get to here, basically.
Just going to make the
and then
grid a little bit darker.
Oh, okay. So, these guys... Yeah, these guys are all within 10 feet of me.
Oh.
And I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar. So the ground will erupt with dirt just flying up in like swirling arms trying to grab at these guys. 3 of those guys. And they have to make a strength save. If they fail, they take full. And they don't have reactions until they're like the end of their next turn or whatever.
Okay, give me just a second. I'm still playing with
do your thing. Do your thing.
Darkness.
That's totally not creepy, by the way.
What?
My arms have had Hadar.
Yeah, just all of a sudden it's like, hey,
dirt arms.
spectral dirt arms coming out of the ground. Nice.
I summon the frozen earth to grab it.
I guess it's probably snow too, mixed in.
It's okay. She's on our side.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's that one, and that one you're hitting?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Yeah, this one.
Need to bring up the character details, and then this is a strength save. So the one on the left fails, the one in the middle fails, the one on the right fails.
Okay, so they all take 7 necrotic damage as the tendrils like squeeze around them, and they cannot take reactions until their next turn.
Yay,
And
necrotic.
then, as a bonus action, I'm going to boop into my bottle, and so she just flashes, and then there's a bottle on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Forever lost in the snow.
Yep.
Is it a bonus action to come out of that?
Oh, you made me so tiny. I was just gonna put a little note on me.
No,
Probably a better idea.
Where's Elora? I don't know.
Unknown.
There's a bottle symbol. There we go.
Alright, so just out of what do the arms of Hadar for you particular look like?
Now because there's snow on the ground, it just looks like the snow is bursting up, and with it comes a bunch of dirt and whatever else is on the ground. Could be roots even. They're just swirling around these people trying to grab at them.
Okay, so these tendrils
then
are
it
dirt
constricts
nice
them.
Okay, and is constrict an actual...
It doesn't really constrict. I guess it just kind of whams them.
Okay, whack.
Sorry.
So it slaps them silly. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
It does. It just slaps them.
And then you've into your lantern. Anything else?
Yep. No.
Alright, then it is this guy. Who is this guy? Oh, it's that guy.
Yep.
Interesting. He doesn't really have a clear shot.
Don't forget the combat music.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Good point. Thank you. Can't be forgetting that now.
Oh my.
Always with that laugh.
The lettuce.
The laugh is what sells it, really.
Right.
Every time.
Yeah, I think it's one of us each time it happens.
Okay, so
See, I always
this guy,
like to think it's the enemies.
he's going to take a heavy crossbow shot at Tahko, I think.
Okay.
That is a 4.
Yep, that's a
You
hit.
hit him.
So basically,
Got him.
he's sprinting away from the stump that he was hiding behind. But as he's kind of getting up, he just slips. And most of his move is him just kind of skidding along to where he was kind of roughly hoping to end up at. And his aim is just so off. The crossbow is still very much out of balance. He pulls the trigger pretty much by accident. And the quarrel just beds itself like right there. And then it's this guy who also has a crossbow. But he kind of likes not dying. So he's going to go 30. And he's going to take a shot. Oh, why do you have to be standing so out in the open, but not really? Tahko, I think. Heavy crossbow at Tahko. That's an 8.
Nope.
Got him.
Pew! So again, you kind of hear rather than see this crossbow bolt just disappearing above your head somewhere. Disappearing into the vastness of the darkness.
Do these
Zagrax.
guys have precise shot?
No. They definitely don't.
If they
Gotcha.
do, I don't ever need it in my life.
It's not a thing in this system. No.
I think it is.
No.
No?
Zagrax.
Yup. I'm going to. I'm
hey,
just
Mitch.
gonna lay on hands myself.
Laying
Oh,
on
good
hands,
idea.
alright then.
I'm just gonna
Not a
Oh,
bad
pop the entire lay on hands on myself. So there's a nice glowing effect as my wounds that were quite plentiful stitch themselves back together with some holy light. So now I'm back to almost full HP. Yay! With temp HP on top of it. And then I think that everything I got. Because I don't have any bonus action stuff. So, yeah. That'd be it.
I thought lay on hands for you was a bonus action.
No, lay on hands is an action.
Okay.
And we are on to Vulwin.
All right, I just saw this other thug that's running in behind Tahko. I kind of like lean back up over this stump and see him. I'm gonna use my last spell slot to do Hunter's Mark on that thug, and I'm gonna lean right over and try to shoot him.
All right, take a shot.
Does a 22 hit?
Oh.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Fantastic. 7 points of piercing, and with Hunter's Mark, an additional 5.
So can you just ping the one that you're shooting at, just so I'm sure?
Yes, this one right here.
Bing.
Minus 12 damage. Very nice.
Yes.
Okay, so you lean up over the stump, you take aim, letting your hunter's mark, like, illuminate a part of a kink in his armor. You take aim, you launch, and as you breathe out, the arrow strikes true and seems to embed itself really quite deeply in these little stitches that have just come apart on the edge of his leather armor, which you with your eagle eyes could see pretty weirdly well, seeing as it's dark.
There's enough light thanks to Irilyssa, right?
Except not the one that you're shooting at. That's outside the light.
He's just in the. I can just see him coming up.
All right.
But
else?
yeah. The last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna notice this is going on, and Tahko is in a bad way over there. And so I'm gonna actually take the bow and I'm gonna drop it right on the stump there, and I'm going to draw my short sword and I'm going to move out from cover to try to intercept him. So.
Okay.
5. And I think that is as far as I could get.
All right then.
Can't let him be completely surrounded.
You could.
No.
True.
All right, then it is another heavy crossbow thug. This one has a bit of a clearer shot on Zagrax, so he's going to take a shot at you. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, why?
Oh man.
It's not a nat 20.
You don't have 21 AC? Like
No, I've got 20 AC. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm mad. I have 18 normal, plus I have the +2 from my thing, and there have been, I think this is now the third 20.
All right, so that's 10 points of piercing damage as this guy takes aim, clicks the crossbow, and despite you've got this shimmering shield around you of the Shield of Faith, it still manages to push through that and embed itself quite deeply in your just above or just below the collarbone.
It's an agnostic bolt.
Oh,
Wait.
Your faith.
Does the 6 stack on top of each other, or is it up to a maximum of 6?
Maximum of 6.
Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to make
just
sure. Yep.
refreshes your temporary.
Okay. There goes my entire land hands heal. Feels bad.
Oh.
I just realised, where is Irilyssa in the turn order?
She's gone.
I don't get a turn.
Apparently not.
No.
You have transcended the initiative order. You may go all the time.
I go on offense. I rolled a 9.
9?
Yeah,
Damn, that's good
originally.
memory.
I scrolled up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was
Digital
doing, but I
memory.
can't find it. Wait. For whatever reason... Oh, no, there it is. I lied. Okay.
Okay.
It's like all of your stuff just disappeared, but I'm just blind.
Just making sure.
I was never here.
Figment of our imagination!
Okay, so this thug who is caught between Zagrax and Tahko,
All of us now.
and and Vulwin, he's not looking in a very good spot here. So he is going to try and slink between Zagrax and Vulwin. So Tahko, you get an attack of opportunity on him if you wish.
Okay. Absolutely. Let's see. Zoop.
That
Does a
hits.
22 hit?
Oh
Me
yeah.
too. Nice.
Actually, that would be with advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah. Well, the 22 hit. For 6 damage.
Alright. So as he tries to duck by Tahko, you see this guy trying to slink away with you, from you, and just as a backhand, you kind of smack him with the mace on the back of the head as he tries to skitter away from you. And he takes the hit with a deep intake of breath as he slips away. Then he is going to go and attack. He's kind of seen how much damage. Actually, has he? No, he's been turned that way. He's going to go after Zagrax.
Big scary lizard.
Vulwin is new, and he doesn't really know what Vulwin's been doing. That's a 6.
Ha! No.
And then 11.
No.
So he kind of slips under, slams in with his mace. That's just taken by your armor pretty easily. Then he tries to stab you with the short sword he's carrying, but that is also deflected by a hastily backhanded elbow as he just tried to beat his armor side, making the strike miss completely. Then we've got that guy who's going to take a shot at Tahko.
Okay.
11.
No.
Ping! This one does actually manage to hit you, but it embeds itself in your shield and just left there quivering. Ba-ding!
Excellent.
And Tahko, it's your turn.
All right, I will. Zagrax, are you injured or badly injured?
Define those for me, please.
Uninjured is 100%, barely injured is 75%, injured is 50%, badly injured is 25%, and near death is near death.
I'd say injured, for sure.
Injured? Okay.
And
Yeah.
just an FYI, if you check your journal, Zagrax, you'll see wounded state as a handout, and you can just see all of the injury levels there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
injured.
I'll keep on this guy that I just whomped once and attempt to hit him again.
Go for it.
Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Excellent.
Bump 'em.
For 4
Good.
damage, and actually, now that I've hit, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to do extra damage if I need to. Because he's not about to drop from 4 damage, I don't think.
No.
So I'm going to deal an additional necrotic damage of, let's see, level 2, that'd be 9 more damage.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Yes, I give him
Nice.
the touch of death.
What exactly does that look like?
Black and like purple energy goes shooting up my mace into him, my
Okay.
warhammer into him.
Okay, so as your warhammer connects, you already hear kind of the sickening thud as you impact, and something that's going to really cause a bruise. But then this eerie black-green energy comes shooting down your warhammer, expanding out into him, expanding along the armor, and then seemingly sucked in to the flesh underneath. And he doesn't even cry out in pain, it's just this as you can feel like his life force literally leaving his body with the breath.
Excellent.
Wow.
And he is pretty beaten up. He is probably near death. He's not
Oh,
dead.
still up. Wow.
Dang, dude.
All right.
Now, I'm surprised by how remarkably tough these guys are.
Yeah.
This is their job, right? This is what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Alright, and then having seen what scary things you're doing to his buddy, the guy directly to your north is going to attack Zagrax, because it's not you.
Oh my god.
Hey, you did kind of roar and scare them earlier, so
I mean, I was screaming draconic profanities at them. What do you mean?
That's a 9
I don't
to
know
hit.
what you mean.
Did you say what?
9?
No.
14.
No.
So the first blow comes in, you manage to parry it aside easily. The second one comes in immediately afterwards, but it's too hurried, and you're able to deflect that one as well. And he just kind of snarls at you in anger. Irilyssa!
Okay. She's going to move 1 steps that way, and she's going to use her Dragon's Breath
Okay.
Oh,
on 2 guys in front of her.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It's a DC 11 Constitution save.
The first one got a 10, the second one got a 14.
Okay, so one of them takes 8, and the other one takes 4.
Okay, so the one who is closest is very near death. The one behind is, I would say, probably injured. But yeah, what's your breath look like? This is, I think, the first time you've used it.
It's just this cone of ice shards that come out of her mouth.
Okay, so you open your jaw wider than it seems to usually go, and just this blast of ice shards, already congealing into solids as they leave your mouth, just start hammering into the first guy, who takes the brunt of the hit, and then some of the flecks manage to deflect around him, embedding themselves into the guy behind, and both of them are left just go. It looks like a bit of a shotgun blast on the first guy, honestly.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect. Nice. Anything else?
No, that is returned. But everybody, your temp hit points should re-up.
That's true. So everyone gains 6 temporary hit points.
Wait, was it on the end of yours or on the end of each of our turns? I can't remember.
On the end of each of your turns. I'm just reminding everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Then it is this guy who is finally arriving in the fray.
Oh.
And he's going to go there. He is going to take a swing at Vulwin.
Expected.
I'm going to use my reaction to give him disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, now that we've grouped up as a fighting team.
And because
Yep.
you would have advantage against you because you're surrounded, that negates and it's just a normal attack. So the first one is a 20.
Oh, that definitely hits.
And then a 12.
That one misses.
Okay, so the first one is the mace. He comes slamming in using the momentum of his run to come in doing 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And then he's kind of slips as his second one comes in, thrusting with a knife, but with Zagrax's assistance, Zagrax kind of pulls you aside, making the stab miss.
That first hit. Thank you, Irilyssa. Those temporary hit points. Feeling emboldened.
Twilight Cleric for the win!
That spell is great.
Cool.
We're also clustered together.
I'm gonna have a bruise after that though.
Alright, then it is Shander. He's going to take a shot with his crossbow. That is at Irilyssa, sorry. That's a 10.
That does not hit.
So again, the crossbow just kind of bounces off your armor, Pting! Flopping away into the snow nearby. And it's this thug. He is going to attack Tahko. And again, Tahko, I keep on forgetting to enunciate this, but I have been calculating it. Like, the other thugs around you are distracting. They're clearly practiced at fighting together. And
Okay. Even still, this guy back here is providing...
yeah, true.
It really is. He's behind our lines.
Yeah, for two of us, no less.
I'm so glad that guy had advantage, because I just rolled a nat 1 twice.
Wow.
So the first one's a 14,
No.
and then the second one's a 22.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one's the mace, which he uses to try and knock you off balance, and then as you're scrambling to regain your footing in the snow, he manages to stab in with his short sword, cutting just under your shield and impacting with 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh no, he took off most of my temporary hit points.
Alright, Elora.
Okay. So, just as a reminder, when she's in her bottle, she can actually hear and basically see everything that's going on. She probably can't see that well because she's in the snow, but...
That's true.
So what she's gonna do as a bonus action, she will hop out of the bottle. So it just has a blue zoop, and then she's like right there. Move here. Sees these injured dudes, and honestly just cast her Blast Arms of Hader again.
Okay.
Just get rid of them. In an attempt.
That is a strength save, right?
Strength save, DC 13, yep.
The first one's a 7, that's a fail. The second one's a 20, that's a success. So we'll say the one on the left was the fail.
Okay.
I thought usually I'd be going right to left. No, we'll say the one on the right was first. So he takes the full 7. He is down.
Okay.
As soon as I remember how to do that. And then the second one takes 3 points because he saved for half.
Yep.
So again, these tendrils rise up out of the snow, whipping around, throwing little shards of ice as they go. The first one just manages to clobber the thug on the right, just taking out a part of his jaw. And the other tendril just kind of slaps a little impotently against the
Yeah.
second one. Not doing a huge amount, but
Just
definitely
doesn't get
annoying him. He kind of tries to kick out and keep it away from
Yeah.
him. Arrgh!
It went forehand instead of backhand.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's as far as I can go.
Yep.
I'll
Okay.
hide behind Irilyssa.
Which is more effective than it sounds.
Right?
I've got a shield.
Yeah,
and
I don't have one.
Alright, and this guy is going to keep on trying
Aurora's
to get into a
normal
better
height, and
position.
everybody else is 6 foot plus.
Yeah, they probably
True,
can't
that does
see
make,
me
like-
behind all you guys.
Yeah, it makes Tahko like enemy number 1 just because you're so tall.
And because you're target number 1, kind of poking your head over this little hill that we've got going here, a crossbow bolt goes flying over the top of the hill and just doesn't dip. It just keeps on going. That's a 4 to hit.
There is a guy way over there.
Oh yeah, can barely see him on the edge of.
Yeah.
Ah. Mm.
But they can see you, thanks to the illumination.
Yep.
True.
That's okay.
Alright, then the second thug is going to take a shot at Elora, because you're doing some scary things. That's a 10 to hit.
No.
So this crossbow bolt, again, launches at you, and you kind of almost see it coming, and one of the tendrils that's still flapping around just swats the bolt aside before it even gets close to you.
My
You're not sure if it was luck or skill.
These guys
She'll
were
still take it.
confident.
Zagrax.
These guys,
Okay, so I'm gonna go and move to here.
Okay.
That lap
Uh,
is like,
Yeah. And then I'm going to swing at Senior Thug here.
Okay, go for it.
Do I get advantage on this?
You do.
Okay. Sweet. Advantage roll.
That's
16.
A 16. 16 hits.
Wow. 12 points of damage. Max damage.
And with that, you just sidestep almost, and then just bring your battle axe down, cleaving straight alongside the collarbone. You feel it snapping with the impact, and actually embeds itself quite deeply into his chest, and he just goes down. And he's
I
dead.
say, it embeds in him. I just go put one foot on his chest, just rip it out, and we're gonna go and move back to here.
Okay.
yeah, the safety
Nice.
nook of between 4 people.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. I'm actually gonna go there.
All right.
Oh, in a
Yep.
okay, in a flanking position. For
Yeah.
them.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself again to
Doesn't
go
that-
and get that.
How long does it last?
10 minutes, but it's concentration, and I lost concentration when I got hit by the arrow earlier.
Yeah.
Did you roll for the concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I forgot about it until after Tahko's turn, and then I rolled it, and it was a 6. So
Yep.
I lost
Fail.
concentration, so I'm recasting it on myself since I'm putting myself back in harm's way again. And then I get 6 temp HP, and that's the end of my turn.
Vulwin.
Yeah, being in the fray, being in this situation of survival, this is oddly enough where Vulwin feels most comfortable but uncomfortable. And he sees this guy just struck him, and he's gonna maneuver to the side and try to slash out at him with the short sword.
Okay.
Well, more like pierce at him. And he should have advantage.
Yep.
A 22. Does that hit?
Nice.
Yeah, that hits.
Fantastic.
It hits.
It's going to do 8 piercing, and with Hunter's Mark, an extra 2, so 10 piercing damage.
Nice.
And because he is a 2-weapon fighter, as he maneuvers around, he's going to pull out his other short sword, and as a bonus action, stab at him again.
Go for it. With advantage.
With advantage, yes. 24.
Ooh.
That hits.
Nice.
Nice.
4 points of piercing, and Hunter's Mark works again. Another 3.
Oh wow.
7 damage.
Burn
As
that
he
guy down.
pierced.
Is that
17
new Hunter's Mark?
points.
Same old Hunter's Mark.
I thought you can only use that once per turn.
Let me double check.
I have no idea.
Because if not, I've been using my ranger
No, yeah,
incorrectly.
this one doesn't have a limitation on how many
Oh,
times it
wow.
can trigger as long as it's on the same target. Because it can only be on one target. Because he's the prey.
Hunter's Mark is great.
Yeah,
Is that guy
rangers are
still
really
up?
good at like taking down a target, kind of like rogues are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I was thinking Colossus Slayer. My ranger's got Colossus
those-
Slayer, and you can only trigger that once.
Yeah, those have limitations. How's he doing? How's he looking?
He is not looking too hot. He is near death. He is very near death.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
that's all
basically
Vulwin's got.
sidestepped, struck out with the
Yep.
the short sword. He's actually using it as a cutting weapon. You managed to slice into the thigh of this guy, bringing him down to one leg, and then pulling out the dagger, still having it like reverse gripped as he pulled it out of the sheath. You just plunge it into his back, and you kind of feel it slithering in, just kind of scraping against the spine almost, as he's on one knee in front of you. That really freaking hurt. Nice turn.
As well as should.
Rangers are scary, man.
Apparently.
You just stack damage on top of each other.
Mhm.
Alright, so this thug is going to take a shot at Elora, because he still thinks you're scary. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
4 points of damage.
Oh, thank goodness. I have temporary hit points.
So he takes aim, pulls the trigger, but as he does, he seems to slip a little bit, and the crossbow just jerks upwards. The bolt still hits you, but it's a glancing hit, doing just 4 damage.
It's like, you hit my hair!
Oh no!
4 hair damage.
My hair!
Hunk of it just goes flying by.
Yeah.
Alright, then it is the other crossbow. This guy is definitely taking a shot at Zagrax, as you're the most obvious target. That's an 11.
No.
This one, because you're still kind of dancing around a little bit, maneuvering, he's just not able to get the shot on correctly, and he just about pulls the trigger as his own companion moves into sight, and he just jerks it away, and the crossbow bolt just flies off harmlessly. Tahko.
All right. I'm going to try and bring this fella down with the hit.
Okay.
So I swing and a hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
4.
Bop him! Ooh, that's a bop.
Max damage.
Big ol'
So-
bop.
Almost using Vulwin's dagger as a chisel, Vulwin actually has to quickly move his hand off as your warhammer just clatters on top of it, driving the blade even deeper into him, clearly piercing one of the lungs, and he just drops gasping for breath. He's technically
That's
dead.
right.
That's thematically, but yeah, he's dead. At the moment, he's just kind of gasping as his blood just pools to his side, frothing as it does from those kinds of injuries.
Yay!
Detail!
All right, and I'm going to push the advantage and head up around this way
Okay.
as my temporary hit points refill. And that is my turn.
Here's that guy who's dead. Irilyssa.
Ah, okay. She's gonna take a quick look at all of her companions. Who looks the most hurt?
I look
I
fine.
am completely fine.
I look as good as when you healed me earlier. I'm doing pretty well.
It would be me!
It would be Double Dragon!
Have you
Yeah,
turned
I
into a
would be
red dragon
injured.
yet?
Okay. So
No, I
she's
think this
gonna-
is considering Zagrax was in his head last combat. I think this time it's definitely going to be Double Dragon.
This time she's gonna move over and she's just gonna place her hand on Zagrax's shoulder and she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
He
Nice!
heals 10.
Nice.
This, silvery white light comes out from her hands.
Then bathes over
Nice.
Zagrax and seems to get absorbed into the wound, which starts to knit closed.
Huzzah! I'm looking fantastic again!
Nice.
And then she's gonna glare past these two thugs right at Shandar, hiding behind that rock. She can see him.
Roll me intimidation.
Oh,
Intimidation. 19.
Nice!
Noted.
Noted.
careful. We don't want him to run away.
Anything else?
That's
No, that is the end of my turn.
Okay, then it is that guy who's actually dead. So it's now Shandar's turn. He is going to aim a shot at Irilyssa, and the last minute reconsider and shoot at Elora.
Ooh.
And he gets a 3. That's a nat
No.
1.
Oh wow.
Don't make last-minute decisions like that. That's how it works.
Right?
So he's bearing down on you, then the glare comes in. Your Irilyssa's eyes narrow, his eyes widen, and he looks away, aims instead of Elora, pulls the trigger, and as he does so, there's a loud clank as his own crossbow just explodes into fragments as the tension is just released in an unexpected way. I'm actually going to make him take damage for that, because...
Oh.
Nice.
Oh man, Shander. Bad decisions.
Always
points
bad
of
decisions.
damage from exploding crossbow.
Resting bitch fake strikes again.
And he's just going to throw the fragments on the floor. And he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You coward!
You don't actually hear him screaming, but he's legging it. He's had enough.
I can see him running though.
Then it is the guy who is by you. I'm actually going to have you rolling sneaky dice.
Sneak dice.
He is going to take the dodge action, and then he's going to go, well, the boss is off. I'm off.
Ha.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60.
Just running away.
Wait, no, that's a bonus action. Hold on.
Yeah, is he running or what is he doing?
Yeah, he's
Withdrawing?
there. You don't know.
That's a good question.
Still
Yeah,
holding his
he got away
weapons,
from you
but
guys.
he's bolting.
Running
So,
away.
Elora.
I don't think I can reach him. Hold on. How far away is this man? Oh my god, I could totally hit him.
Wow. You can see him?
I can see him, yeah.
Wow. All right.
But I'm gonna move. Or sorry, that's the wrong button. She'll move a little bit further so she can see him a little better. Alright, Eldritch Blast has 120 feet. So
Wow.
he's 80 feet away, so I'm gonna try to get him.
Go for it.
So 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Wow! 8 force damage.
Ooh.
Okay, so noticing that Shander is running away, you take a step forward, pushing your palms together, then again kind of blasting out the familiar explosion of this force eldritch energy, slamming into Shander, catching him in mid-stride, and kind of has to catch himself, skidding a little bit to the side with the power, but he rights himself and continues running.
Like, jerk!
Man, you're really good at shooting people in the back.
Yeah, it's your specialty.
But you do
Apparently.
notice like he's got a hand clamped over his side now against whatever injury you just inflicted upon him.
Internal,
That's
of course.
That's her
Anything
turn.
else? Okay.
Nope.
Then it is... Who the hell are you? Who's that guy?
He's the guy in the bottom corner.
This one right here.
He's going to take a shot at Vulwin because you are the nearest.
Yep.
Finally hit
Yep.
something. That's a 20.
That definitely hits.
6 points of piercing damage.
All right. It kind of embeds itself into my armor.
Okay.
So
So yeah,
that's how the temporary hit points work.
the bolt embeds itself into you, but seems to just pop out again of its own volition as this moonlight energy just shines up around where the wound was, and you don't seem to have actually taken any damage from that. And then he's going to go 5. Oops. Why are you not moving? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Why are you not moving?
30.
Good call.
And then is that guy. He is going to take a shot at Tahko, as you are the nearest.
Okay.
That's a 21 to hit.
That is definitely a hit.
Okay, so you take 10 points of piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
As he
Goodbye,
lines,
temporary hit points.
he puts the crossbow on top of the rock in front of him, using it as a platform. Takes the shot, hits you really hard, lifts up the crossbow, and goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Zagrax.
Aha. Oh, I can
You're
totally
running
get to that
away.
guy. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 on this guy, and I'm going to swing an axe at his back.
Okay.
10, I assume, does not hit.
It does not.
Sadness.
So you go sprinting off after the bandit, and as you're just about to catch him, you swing, but then you slip as you're just climbing up the hill yourself, and the backward momentum pulls your battle axe away, and you just can't quite hit him. But you kind of see the edge of the blade just like scraping into the back of his armor, leaving a bit of an etch.
Dang. Unfortunate. Then I'm gonna go 20, so then that was 25, 30, and right there.
He doesn't quite have the wherewithal to actually hit you as you back off. He's too busy running away.
So you move in, pop, and then run back.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Vulwin.
Okay, so during this fight, anybody that we've already seen right here, or any of them that are, still fighting, did any of them look like the initial thug that we talked with, that we had an altercation with on the road? The one that spoke to us, that wasn't Shander?
Good question.
The company leader.
Yeah. I can only see so far in the dark, so my options are starting to be limited to who I can see.
That's already at your feet, dead. It's that guy.
Oh, it was him. Oh,
nice.
Okay, fantastic.
Well,
Vulwin can no longer see the person that ran back off into the dark that shot him, unfortunately. So he's going to run back, and there's one thug that's running away, and it looks like there's one that's still shooting at us. So we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Back down. And Irilyssa, how much light are you giving off?
It's 30 feet of dim light.
Just 30 feet of dim? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Actually, if he moves over there, he won't be able to see anything more than just the thug. So instead of that, he's just going to beeline to the thug that's already running away.
Okay.
And make his way there from over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, he can make it. And he's going to from here use his bonus action to mark this one as the target of Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
It's a concentration ability, and I can, when it doesn't have a target anymore, the one that's been killed, he can move it to a new target. And he's going to attack.
Go for it.
With the short sword. And he critically misses. Give him the slip on the the snow trying to get to him.
so good.
Roll me a d6.
Alright.
Oh no.
Alright.
Done.
1d6. I got a 1, look at that!
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no. The evil laughter really sells it.
Can't do anything about it.
I just rolled my own attack roll and also got a nat 1. So
No. So do we just get tangled in a mess over here and collide into each other?
So what happened? Vulwin, you go sprinting off after the guy who's running away from you. You try to stab out with your sword, but with such force that you do so, your legs just flip out backwards underneath you. And as you do so, you kind of try to find your grip. One arm going up, one arm going in front of you. The one going backwards was the one with your short sword. You release it behind you. It goes and embeds itself right between Elora's legs. So you are
I knew the sword would be okay. It's dwarven made.
Oh, well, in that case, it's dwarven. Nothing bad happened.
Yay!
Playing to
It
the
is
DM,
currently
I
embedded
see.
between Elora's legs.
Okay.
Hey, watch what you're doing.
Shit. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let's see, what's this guy gonna do? He's gonna take a shot at Vulwin. He's got to, really.
Well, the good news is I slipped, so I'm prone.
Oh.
Technically, yes, but he got a 6 anyway, so the bolt just whistles above you harmlessly.
It's like he tries to shoot at me while I'm doing this, and I slip. It misses. I throw with the sword. It all just it's terrible. It's great.
It's comical at this point.
Yeah.
You guys are so bad with their crossbows, it's ridiculous.
Except when they hit, it hits like a flippin' truck.
Heavy
Yeah,
crossbow.
crossbows for you.
Okay,
I mean, there's-
then this one, which is actually the halfling.
There's probably like 30 crossbow bolts sitting up in the snow, but like
It's just everywhere around.
He kind of crouches down, tries to like hide himself behind the rock, and completely fails. It seems they had a torch in his belt, and the torch seems to have caught like the buckle or something. It sparked, and his torch is now alight, so you can actually see this guy. He rolled a natural 1 on his stealth check.
Oh.
That's what happens when you roll natural 1 on stealth checks. You set yourself on fire.
Yeah, liar, pants on fire.
Oh, I can see people now.
And he's trying to slink away, really unsubtly. Alright, Tahko.
Oh, I can see Shandor now. Ooh, good.
Ooh.
Let's see what I can do with that.
Zoom this out so you guys can actually see where these targets are getting to. So Shander is that guy.
Okay, so if I can get within 60 feet of him, I could make him hurt. Let's do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's plenty. And I am going to use Chill Touch upon him.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I put my weapon away as I come walking up and then just point at him. And, critical hit.
Oh, nat 20. Woo!
Roll damage.
Winter.
Boom.
And how exactly would you like your chill touch to kill this man?
I point my finger out at him, and black just arcs out directly into the back of his head.
And the blackness
Nice.
just seems to spread around like an ooze, just slowly but surely embracing him. You can hear him screaming, but the scream is cut off as the blackness just engulfs his head. He drops to the floor,
Oh
still
my God, that
struggling, trying to
timing.
pull this blackness away from him, gasping for breath. Eventually, he just falls still.
Damn, Tahko. You really are the mood killer.
Yeah.
Glad you're on our side.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Beautiful. And that would be my turn.
Okay. Good turn.
Thank you.
Irilyssa.
Alright. Well, no, Shandar is dead.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she's going to bonk this guy with her mace.
Go for it.
With advantage, because blinking.
Yep.
Come on, successful bonk.
I'm going to say advantage -1 because technically Vulwin is on the floor unarmed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I have
realized
two
that.
swords. I have two swords.
Yeah, but not out.
It's
So
a
one of them
9
flipped
then.
mine.
Actually, yeah, you still got the dagger in your hand. Okay, scratch that. So it's still 10.
Yeah, then I'm assuming that doesn't
10 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Alright. Well, I tried.
So you try to put yourself in front of him, and both of you kind of standing at each other like you're trying to pass. He like moves one way, you move one way, then you try to bonk him with that, but he's just jugged over to the other side, and you don't quite manage to connect.
I think that whole section there is just iced underneath a fine layer of snow, and everyone's
Yeah, really.
Absolutely, I know how
Must
this
be.
works. Yeah.
All right, anything else?
No, that is the end of my turn.
Okay. This guy is going to drop his 2 weapons and put his hands up. Enough! Enough! They're not paying me enough for this. I don't want to die, not here, not in the cold. Enough. That's his
Nice.
turn done. Elora,
Which one was that that said that real quick?
That guy said it?
the one next to you.
Okay.
Okay.
nice. We have our volunteer.
Yeah, then take up to
We
50.
have a volunteer, it's true.
The one with the
You're-
hunter's mark on him.
Your employer's dead, so I think your job's done. That's what she'll say.
Job's done.
This was way more dangerous than I expected, so yeah, kind of agree with you. Guy was a plonker anyway.
What were you even planning on doing? Just ruining the election?
You probably don't
Break
quite have
it.
enough time to say all of this.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Still in the middle of combat. You have 6
She's
seconds.
just not going to do any. I mean, she doesn't have anything to really do.
Okay.
I guess she could hit this guy over here if he's still running. Might as well. It's a signature.
I mean, the other 4 are in full flight at this point.
Widowmaker shot.
The what?
These 4 are in full flight at this point, so yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy. Let's see, Eldritch Blast for 24.
Yeah, that hits.
For 8
Oh my
force
gosh.
Okay.
Ooh.
So again, you bring your palms together, blasting out. This one catches him right in the middle of the back, sending him flying 5 or 10 feet with the force of the impact. He stumbles to both knees, and you can kind of just see this faint smoke rising from behind him.
She's just like, go away at this point.
Bad
Just
enough.
getting you out of here faster.
Be gone.
That's it.
Okay. Then it is that guy. I'm going to say he goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 off the map. This guy, who's this?
Use Thug.
He's off the map as well. Well, yeah, he's gone. Once they reach a certain distance, I'm just going to say they've gone.
Yep.
Zagrax.
I could try and attempt to probably attack the guy, but instead I'm just going to yell draconic obscenities at them again, making fun of their lack of spines.
Okay.
Whatever.
And probably prance in a circle, technically, but...
So yeah, you're just standing in a circle, kind of swearing and shouting at these guys and calling them all kinds of names. You feel very proud of yourself, although probably no one here can understand you.
Except for
I
Irilyssa.
can't.
Except for Irilyssa, that's true. Alright, Vulwin.
All right. So I'll say to the one in front of you, like, you made a wise choice. Stand down. And he's gonna step away from him. They're heading back this way, and he's going to.
Sword.
He's going to take a reaction to stare at you ruefully.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of be like, yeah, you may yet live to, get another job. And he's gonna walk over here to the stump, and he's going to put down his sword. He's gonna pick up his longbow that he had, rested against it, and he can see that guy way out there, lit in the middle of the area, running, and he's just gonna be like, "Stop if you want to live."
Okay.
We're sending mixed messages. I'm telling them to get out faster. You're telling them to stop.
Roll
Yeah.
an intimidation.
All right, he's gonna try that. And where's intimidate? There it is. Nope. Nope. He's still. He can't hear me. He can't hear me at all.
In reaction, this guy pulls the torch out of his belt, throws it on the floor, it immediately goes out because he put it in head down, and he's just head down running.
Smart.
Spurred on by how you kind of hear a faint chuckle in the distance.
Yeah. I like to think when I went to grab that too, is like I went to start aiming it, and I kind of slipped again, and then like slipped behind the tree trunk, and just like I'm done. This is over. Bah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, in that
done.
case, because we are very much in the flight mode at this point, I'm going to say that those of you who have a range of up to 120 get a shot now, and then if you have more than that, you get 2 shots against either of the 2 which remain. If you want to, or you can just let them go.
No.
Yeah, we can just let him go.
If they're running away, I'm good.
Yeah.
Then
At this
they
point.
have gone. And the battlefield is quiet, and the crazy laughter stops. As soon as
I'll go over and collect Shandor and drag him back to the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the bow away, grab my sword, put one away, and then grab the other one that is sitting precariously close to Elora. And just look at that thug and be like, Where were you guys heading?
Just give me a second. I need to get rid of one of the sound effects here.
Say, I'm just gonna be standing guard of the thug, making sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Oh, he made the smart choice.
At this point, Irylyssa's light would probably start to fade.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume
think
with
you
our
can-
temp and our temp HP.
Yeah.
No, my sparkles.
That temporary hit point thing is so ridiculously powerful.
It's so good.
It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's also nice that we have 3 healers at least.
Yeah.
Also true.
Oh yeah,
Definitely does something
Drew.
to
Or is it-
increase your durability.
it could
Yeah.
be 4, but
Because I can heal, Irilyssa can heal. I assume Tahko, you can heal, right?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
a cleric.
Supposedly.
Depending on what Vulwin takes, he could heal too.
Probably don't want
I mean,
me to heal.
I've already cast Goodberry before those. That's healing.
True.
It is.
My
Okay.
heal's just
Hey.
reverse healing you.
You've healed me before, Tahko.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just a-
I hadn't seen your death magic before, so it was like death magic looking stuff, and I was like, what does he do? Oh, he's healing, okay.
Alright, so you've got this one guy who's still standing there with his hands up. What are you asking him?
Where were you guys heading?
We were going to Goodmead. Chief had paid us to cause a couple of troubles, help him with some political issues he was having.
Rough up some people, maybe kill some people if need be.
I was never going to be killing. Roughing up. That's what we do. We're not
I see.
murderers. Thugs, yeah. Murderers, nah.
Well, you took the wrong job.
Clearly! I mean, it hasn't really lent itself to riches and rewards here, has it? I'm standing here
Not for
shivering
you.
in my boots.
While
Yeah, you
they're
made,
talking, I'm gonna grab Shandor and bring his body back to the group.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to survive, you may get permanent post at Goodmead if you're lucky.
They are looking for people to protect the town.
Anything's better
Actually,
than the life I've chosen so far. I mean, this ain't safe. It's not what it cracked up to be. Cracking skulls, not my own.
Actually, this man's injured. We should take him to the doctor.
Ah,
Shander?
yes.
You mean the guy that you're
The good
interrogating?
doctor.
Okay.
Yes, there's a doctor in town who will take care of him.
Oh, God.
Sure.
I've got to admit, I'm
Roland
a bit
looked
surprised
over.
that you're willing to send me to a doctor, but I'm not going to turn that down. It'd be stupid.
Okay.
He certainly seems very skilled in his craft.
Well, I'm proper glad to hear that. Most of the medical types around here tend to be druids and clerics and stuff. Healers. Give you a couple of herbs.
Well, I guess. What is our plan from here? Are we gonna back to Goodmead?
Yes.
Where are we on the map?
I mean,
here?
we're
just in the
basically in
forest?
Goodmead, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like half an hour out, if that. You're like at the very
Yeah.
edge of the woods, which lead to the woods just behind Goodmead.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be in our best interest. Trying to go anywhere else in this night is not gonna be favorable.
It's
I don't advise
probably
you.
about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 1:30.
Jeez. I'll go ahead and start looting.
If it's only that time, we got plenty of time then to travel. No.
Because you remember that the election was due for 3, and you get the impression that these guys were supposed to arrive just before the election.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, shoot, we got plenty of time to travel then.
Okay.
Well, let's take what's useful and leave the rest for the animal.
Do I find anything useful on Shandor in this thug?
Roll investigation.
Investigation. Oh, a wonderful 3.
Yeah, that's a real high roll there. You
That's
find
great.
a single gold piece.
Ah, excellent. Nope,
Plus-
nothing on these two.
Plus 2 knives. Like, on all of them you find 2 hand weapons. Whatever hand weapons you want, they probably have a combination of them. And then a heavy crossbow with probably about 12 bolts each. No, sorry, most of the crossbowmen actually ran. So the only one that had a crossbow is Shander. All of the others are just 2 hand weapons and some rather torn up armor. Leather armor.
Yeah.
And in terms of... keep rolling really badly on the treasure, I'm sorry. You find about 3 silver scattered around the others. It looks like life has been hard and these guys have not been well paid. Or if they are being paid, it's pay on delivery as opposed to advance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, heavy crossbow with 2 daggers for me. All right, let's get going.
Yeah, I'm gonna step over to Tahko as well as like, hey, Tahko.
Hmm.
You know we had the whole Icewind Dale thing going on, but don't ever strike my sword again.
Ha. Okay.
Okay.
I'm guessing you pick up your short sword as well, Vulwin.
Yeah. I already had grabbed that one from precariously close to Elora.
Yeah, to be honest, Laura's like, excuse me, you almost killed me. No.
Yeah, and then just kind of like, don't do that to Tahko.
Back to town?
Yeah, taking the thug with us.
Alright, let's go then.
Okay, so you guys return to Goodmead, kind of pushing the thug in front of you every time he kind of slows down a little bit. But considering you've promised him a doctor, he really isn't causing that many problems, and you're able to make it back to Goodmead in very good time.
Good.
And
We'll head right for the doctors.
Okay. You estimate there's maybe an hour before the election. There's a couple of people starting to group together to mill inside the mead hall. Whether exactly they're waiting for the election or if they're just there to get a couple of drinks, a bit harder to tell.
Before we take him to the doctor, he needs to tell his tale of what Shandor was planning on doing.
I say we leave it to the snow. Doesn't matter anymore.
It almost doesn't, since it seems that most of the people of Goodmead were on Olivessa's side by the end of the night anyway.
Shandor left town and never returned. It's a simple enough story.
Yep.
All right.
I agree with that.
To the doctor, then.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do any good for them to know.
Alright, let me just find... Whoa. Hopefully how not to spell my T, that would be nice.
Oh, it's Zach.
Okay, so you make your way into Goodmead, finding yourself in front of Nin's house. The door, again, with the pavinated eye crest in front of you.
Okay.
Irilyssa will knock. Doctor, we have a patient for you.
And you wait probably about 20 seconds and you hear footsteps from inside. He opens the door. A patient.
Yes, and Irilyssa will stand aside and let the sun go in.
And again, you see the waiting room before you. A couple of chairs arranged around the side. Then coming off to the right-hand side was the doctor's practice, and he just leads the way that way. Kind of, you've been here before, you know how this works. And you shove the thug to move in after Nin.
Are we able to see the good mead map again?
Yes. Give me a second.
Thank you.
Okay.
No!
Fine.
I suppose if it looks anything different, if it still, feels like the same old good mead.
Nope, now it's all on
Oh yeah, it's good mead. I'll remember. Yep. Doctor there.
Okay.
Rid of the turn order. Just setting this up for stream so that they can see what you guys are seeing. Which is surprisingly hard to do.
Oh.
That'll be close enough, I think.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. Okay.
We're in a doctor's office.
So you're in the doctor's office. Who's accompanying? Are you all going in, or are you?
We'll stay out here for a moment.
Yeah, I'm
we're all
not going
going
in.
Yeah.
in the waiting room.
Sure.
It's warm. Why not?
Yeah, might as well step in and tell him that somebody needs to be looked at.
And this is like the waiting room is pretty well heated. Like the whole complex, or the entire building is pretty well heated. You can see that there is a hearth at the far end of the waiting room, which has a merry flame flickering in it right now.
That's good.
Just find one thing real quick. Yeah, so actually no, there isn't. There's like a vent up on the wall adjoining where the waiting room is, and then Nin's study. And through that vent you can every now and then feel like a gust of warm air coming in from Nin's study. And then those of you who are in the study, there is a hearth behind Nin's chair.
Okay.
I totally thought he'd have some sort of demonic thing set up where it was like breathing.
He's spooky.
He's just a doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor. What are you
Mr.
talking
Doctor.
about?
Just a regular old country doctor.
So the thug's going into the practice. Who else?
Irilyssa not going in.
Okay.
I'll go into the waiting room, but I'm not going to go any further
Okay.
than that.
So it's
Yeah, we
just the
should,
thug and Nin.
Yeah, we should let the doctor know.
Yeah,
to,
pretty much,
to
yeah.
take care of this one.
Yeah.
You might have eventual employment at this town. Possibly.
Very well.
I'll let them know we'll have our patient in a day or so.
Yeah,
That
they will keep
was
you
what-
busy.
Stand by.
I had expected that. I am a little surprised you come with this one now.
It was an opportunity.
And opportunities, when they present themselves, should be seized. Very well, wait here. He closes the door, and then it's just him and the thug inside, and you hear a couple of like cabinets opening every now and then, and after probably 15 minutes, the door is opened again, the thug re-emerges, glancing around at each of you, and you can kind of see that there is now a bandage tied around one of his arms. He was actually kind of superficially wounded. He wasn't that badly hurt.
Okay.
And he seems rather happy. I was like, yeah, this guy seems to have some skills. I'm impressed. Must be expensive.
Yeah.
Cost
I
doesn't
don't know.
matter.
And the thug looks at Nin. Nin just looks back. Does nothing.
Yeah, don't worry about the cost.
I am
a
sure
good
that
doctor.
the cost can be absolved in other manners. Now, is that all?
Yeah. Yes.
Then good day.
believe
I'm
so.
a busy man.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Closes the practice door behind you, and you're just left in the waiting room with the thug.
What an
Okay.
interesting guy. Well,
So, Thug, what's your name?
My name, it's
Hug.
It's kind of a weird thing, like, considering my profession and all, it's like my ma knew what I was going to become. My name's Thug.
Oh. Oh.
Like that.
I guess you could say I was born into this business.
Yeah. Well,
Name's
are you
fitting.
going to stay in town of Goodmead for a little while, Thug?
Well, I mean, I could go back to Targos. I've still got a job waiting for me there. This gig obviously has been a failure, but boss don't necessarily need to know about that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you were saying that
that's-
Goodmead might have a gig going as well. Might stay here, see exactly what's going on. I'm in no particular hurry to get back, to be honest.
Yeah,
Fair
I'd advise it sticking around here for a bit.
Well,
Here,
you do-
go ahead and have two. Go ahead and have
An
2 silver.
opportunity.
You can buy a mug and drink all the mead you want, and then we'll be back in a day or so with possibly another job for you.
Blimey, you guys are way too kind.
Might be a couple days, just depending, but
I mean,
You know.
you put silver in my palm. You bought me time, so I can hang around. That's not a problem.
okay. Great.
All right, well,
All right.
I'll go and buy one of these mugs and chug the mug. Chug a lug a lug.
All right. Drink well, Thug.
Cheers. And with that, he kind of walks away a couple of paces, looks around back at you guys, and turns. He walks away a couple more paces, glances behind his back, and slowly makes his way into the mead hall.
Oh, this is so dark.
Well,
I don't think he
I think-
suspects a thing.
I think Nin understood why we brought him.
I think Nin understood, yes.
this whole thing's kind of a mess.
But we didn't have Danica with us, so there's not much that Nin can do.
No.
We could just put him under for a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
he'll be
hopefully
here
the
when he gets
alcohol
back.
can do that all the same. Yeah.
Sure, the alcohol is going to make him stick in town for a little while, probably.
And you
Vulwin.
kind of get the impression, like, Thug is not exactly known to good living, so he can probably make that 2 silver last a long time if he needs to.
Okay.
All right.
Vulwin, do you think we can get to Bryn Shander and back in the time that we have left in the day?
He looks up towards the darkened sky. He kind of looks around a bit. Well, we'll probably go into the night. The darker night.
It's
But,
not
we
just
can
Bryn
make it.
Shander. We need another volunteer as well.
To get to Tourmaline, that's going to take a couple days.
Well, to get to Bryn Shander, you know, is about 6 hours from now, and considering it's
Yeah.
2-ish.
Yeah,
this point.
we'd be moving into the night, but
Oh, okay.
Okay.
If you left
Which,
now, you probably could make Bryn Shander. And you
Yeah.
do know, those of you, so Zagrax and Elora that have been in Bryn Shander, they do get rather uppity about people arriving after dark. Like, you haven't done that yet, but they are pretty
we might-
protective about opening the door.
yeah,
After
it
dark.
might ruffle some feathers getting there. But we have Zagrax with us, so he can speak on our behalf.
Yeah, maybe
All right.
Zagrax can put in a good word.
But we have to leave right now.
All right.
Time to spare.
We're burning daylight. Let's head out.
Okay, as you
He
turn
looks at
and,
you like daylight.
and prepare to leave Goodmead, you notice that there is another group of men approaching the town from the forest now.
No.
I hate everything.
What, four people, 5 people?
You guess probably 8 or 9.
8 or 9. All right.
I'll look over at Tahko and be like, if those are the lumberjacks that were on Shandar's side, I kind of expected that's where they might have been heading. Maybe to meet up and all march in together.
Well, I think without Shandor there, I think we're fine.
They can't elect a man. Bad.
Yeah.
And as you kind of stand watching this group, they get closer and closer to the town. And as they do, you do notice they do have their woodsman axes like slung over their shoulders, and they're walking in with a bit of swagger. But as they do get closer, their pace slows a little bit.
I'm going to go and walk kind of in between, or get closer to in between them and the town.
Okay.
And just kind of stand there and menacingly, like, you probably don't want to do this, and give them a good old intimidation glare down of, you better turn away now or not cause any trouble.
All right, give me an intimidate roll.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Okay. Taco's helping
Okay.
advantage or just intimidation?
With advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, 13.
It's like the one thing I'm good at. Come on.
Okay,
Got a
so
little bone.
seeing you, it definitely does slow the group in general. And they kind of clump together a little bit, and you can kind of see them murmuring a couple words between them. But the lead guy in the front kind of glances towards his companions, exchanges a few words, turns, then starts walking towards you, Zagrax.
Yay. I'll just stand there, waiting for him to get closer.
Well, hopefully because Shander and them never showed up. Looks like they're not quite emboldened.
As he approaches, he goes, "Hey there, Wanderer. We were summoned, told that there were a bit of a fracas going on in town, but everything seems quiet."
Yeah, we were able to take care of that before you guys showed up.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. Got a family living here. We came right quick as soon as we heard that there was something going on, but it sounds like we were misinformed.
Yeah, we caught them. We caught the do-good or do-badders, I guess technically, before they made it to town. Thankfully, so
We told them to stop.
Yeah, you're here just in time for the vote.
That's great. You have my thanks. I know this vote's going to establish the future of this place for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, just keep the good meat flowing and, for the tin.
Well, I fully mean to. Good meat needs barrels, and you know what barrels are made out of? Wood. Keeps me in business.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if there's no trouble, I'll just go and tell the others, and we'll head into town and get the vote underway.
Sounds good.
All right. And he turns and walks back over to the others, exchanges a few curt words with them, and you can see like the axe is being lowered from shoulders and just being carried in the hand or put into carriers and things like that, and the group makes their way into the town. A couple of them glancing at you and giving you a bit of a solemn nod as they do. Clearly they've got the impression of what's happened, and they are pretty grateful because all these guys do have families and things in town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Huzzah!
No.
There's
I was
also
gonna say,
a
if
bit
you
of
start
surprise,
doing
like-
anything,
Sorry.
I was gonna say, if Taco starts doing anything like that, there's a big old swing coming.
Nope, all's well.
Yes, I would have faced a bloodbath it wouldn't have deserved.
I may not be the smartest tool in the shed, but it certainly seems that it was going to be a big setup of. It looks like Shandar was going to. What was his? His name was Shandar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is it's Bryn Shander and then Shandar, and I'm like, am I
know.
the right thing?
It's not
It's
my
confusing.
fault.
Is his name actually Bryn Shander? Because I swear it is. Like,
No,
I
his
was
name
like-
is Shandar.
I know.
I
With
just
an A instead of an E.
wanted to make sure that I was saying it right, but whatever.
You're correct.
But
Right.
okay, seems like Shandar was bringing in thugs, and he was going to kind of get the loggers to run some interference and show that they can protect them themselves. But seems we beat them to the punch.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I guess we best be on our way. Last time we were in Bryn Shander, Danica did not look good at all.
Yeah, I hope that she's still okay.
So he was paying the thugs to get attacked in the first place. He was a shady fellow.
Or at the very least, paying them to be driven away.
Yeah, well, we're paying 1 to be a sacrifice, so I don't know if we're much better. But either way, we need to get going.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh, it's so dark.
this whole situation is terrible, but I just don't know any other way around
let's,
it.
let's get back. And Vulwin will start heading out.
All
Okay.
right.
And off we go.
I'm going
In
to
chat,
need
the mood is good. Must kill it.
whoever is leading the group. I would like a survivor roll, and whoever is scooting a boot, I'll need a perception roll.
I shall scoot a boot.
You scoot a boot, and I'll lead us through.
All right.
16.
And I click the button. Did it load?
Forest to the left. Hard to see it. Night.
16, 11. Cool. Okay, so Vulwin, you're able to make pretty good time. This road is pretty clear to you. You retrack, now following the set of footprints that you had already left on the way out of town, and you make pretty good time up to the junction. You hang a left going west along there towards Bryn Shander, passing at one point a little sapling which is on the side of the road, a piece of cloth tied to it, and is flapping merrily in the wind, shaking as you approach.
Oh, good.
Is there wind?
He said wind.
Yeah, barely of the wind.
Yes, it's windy, but this bush is shaking a lot more than wind would usually require.
Okay.
Yeah, how close is it to us when we're passing by?
It's like within 10, 20 feet. Like, it's just a road. It's not that.
Okay, as Vulwin walks by, I'd be like, "Thanks, Fred. We can't stay, but we might come back this way. Just He kind of just like waves at it, and just like, wave again if you see us. I appreciate it.
And the little sapling kind of leans towards you as you're talking, and then gives a little shake as you finish, and kind of goes back to its usual position, swaying a little bit more gently this time.
I was gonna say, is it covered in snow at all? I assume with
probably
the
shook the
shaking
snow off.
Yeah, it was shaking pretty vigorously when you guys approached.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see Vulwin talking to this little
Yeah, you see like Vulwin like cracks like just like the slightest smile, then immediately like, like.
I'll turn to the sapling. You can keep the ribbon.
No response. It's a sapling.
Right. Oh well. Should we head north?
Like, what are you doing talking to a plant? No.
Right.
Yeah, we keep heading to town.
All right.
Should we head north and look for the dwarves' lost cache, or should we head directly to the town?
I think we should go to town, personally.
Well,
It's getting later and later.
Yeah. The way we'd be heading. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the later we get to town, the more unhappy they will be.
Yeah. Plus the road off of the east way is not so much of a road. I mean, this is hardly a road, anyways. But we're gonna want something to trek through this deeper snow, and Bryn Shander might have snowshoes to sell.
Fair
We
enough.
didn't go out here.
Just because I don't quite remember, Zagrax, were you here when they did the sapling and the tying of cloth and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
I was gonna say if there's any snow on it, I was gonna go out and brush the snow off of it, but since it was quite merrily flapping away.
Yeah, we head out there as we are now. We're bound not to make it to Bryn Shander until night is surely fallen.
Okay. To Shandor then.
Okay. I think that this is probably a good time to take a break. So if you need to take a break,
okay.
I'll
Good
say,
call.
let's do that now. And then we will get back to this in 4 minutes. Start at past.
Yeah, that's fine.
That should
That's
work.
good.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
just
4 minutes chat. We will resume in 4 minutes and get on with the adventure.
Woo! All right.
Cool. I'll be right back.
Wow.
Annie, I love your sweater, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and we are back again. So, you are on the road on the east way between Goodmead and Bryn Shander. You are probably right about there at the moment. Coming along just between the two. Actually, no, you'd be further along because you would pass the sapling. You're probably about there. Okay. You've been travelling for, I would say, probably about 4 hours. You've still got about 2 hours ahead of you before you get to Bryn Shander. It is definitely dark now. Night. Well, darkness has fallen, even if night hasn't necessarily. And Tahko, it takes you a little bit by surprise, but what you mistook to have been a large clump of snow or something sitting probably... How far can you see?
30 feet.
At the very edge of your sight. And in fact, probably just a little beyond. It's more you hear it than you see it. And you can kind of just see the silhouette of this piece of snow starting to shift. And seems to be getting a bit bigger and like shakes the snow off.
Oh, God.
Yeti.
Oh, that's just lovely.
Group together. Do not stray.
Okay.
Tahko, what's it doing? I can't see it from here.
I mean, Vulwin, you can see much the same as Tahko can. It's like it's a silhouette in the darkness. It's like a darker spot in the darkness.
Yeah.
And I am going to send you a message.
It's not we can only hope that it's just the one. Typically it's not.
Like there's 10, they're dancing.
Wait a
What do you
minute.
see with your twilight eyes?
What do your elven eyes
he's gonna,
see?
yeah, he's gonna hold up his like lantern a bit more as like, wait, what makes you think that's a Yeti?
It looks like snow.
Yetis don't look like snow. And that doesn't really look quite like a Yeti.
Hmm.
He's gonna squint his eyes.
And Irilyssa, now that they've like caught your attention to this, you're the one with the best eyes and you can see this. Elora as well, you can as well. Now, again, your attention is attracted to this. And that is definitely not a Yeti. It's big, bulky, lower down, and seems to be on 4 legs as opposed to 2. And it's got a long snout and it's kind of just sniffing the air.
Vulwin, put out your lantern.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and close the I'll close the lantern. It's got the netting around it or whatever.
Yep. Okay, so those of you who can't see are now really plunged into darkness, and this thing is now outside of your sight vision. Elora and Irilyssa, you still see it, and the large creature has definitely like caught your scent on the wind and is like looking towards you lot and takes a couple of steps towards you. Sniffs the wind again.
Boy.
Yeah, Irilyssa, what is it?
Do I know what it is?
Roll nature.
If you could just describe it, maybe I could help.
Oh.
If you describe it, maybe I could help.
It's a goat.
Use your words, Irilyssa.
It's a mountain goat.
It's a mountain goat. So it begins.
Like you're sure that mountain goats usually have like horns or something? That this one must have like lost them in the snow. It does have like a bit of a shaggy mane to it, and it's definitely a bit bulkier than a mountain goat. But you haven't seen a mountain goat, so it's probably a mountain goat. I mean, this close to the 10 towns can't be anything nastier than that for sure.
It's a lady mountain.
Here, the 3 of you. You can see as I do. And she'll grant them her eyes of the night for an hour.
Good call.
Okay.
She's like,
Well,
I think it's a mountain goat, and then you
It's
go see
always-
it.
It's always surprising when that happens, though, because it's suddenly like seeing nothing and then seeing everything. It's like, whoa.
All right, so who are you granting it to?
Tahko, Zagrax, and Vulwin, because Elora can already see in the dark.
True.
Wow.
So Vulwin, go ahead and make me a nature check with advantage, and we'll just say that's the party.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad I had advantage because I would have been like, yeah, it's probably about go.
You are pretty sure that that's a polar bear.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no,
man.
that's a bear.
Oh, it's just.
Oh,
I
I
did
don't-
no, not just a bear. That polar bears are pretty fierce.
Yeah.
They make good pets.
Trying to draw on my real life lore of polar bears, but
I mean,
not
they're
a
like
good subterfuge.
bears.
If you've got temperament differences.
And they're bigger.
If you've
Yeah, they're
if you
bigger.
I don't know what it was doing, just like waiting here, but I mean, it's probably hungry. All bears are hungry. You got food, just like it looks like it already noticed us. So
It's definitely noticed you.
yeah, I might be able to talk it down, but like I'm not gonna be able to understand. I mean, I'll understand if it attacks us, but you know,
Okay, do your best.
it's kind of big.
Maybe you can tell him.
What were you gonna say? Maybe you could tell him what.
That there's food elsewhere. But that we taste really bad.
I'm in the meanwhile, Vulwin's just going to watch this bear and see what it's doing. Is it coming closer? Is it just hanging out? Is it just gonna walk away? You know.
I mean, it did take like 2 steps closer. Sniff the air. It hasn't made anything like properly aggressive. It's just kind of staring at you guys, like shoulders haunched a little bit. Like it'll fight back if provoked, but right now it doesn't seem to be being aggressive.
Okay. If it's looking at us and we're looking at it, kind of deal. Clearly, we know each other. We're on the road. I'm just gonna be like, we mean no harm. Just gonna be on our way.
Sniffs the air a little bit more. Seems to be chewing on something. It slowly turns around, starts plodding away in the opposite direction. Slow gait. Like, you can really see just how powerful this beast is as it is moving away from you. And Vulwin, like, you've seen polar bears before. Even by their standards, this was a beastie.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was chewing on, but whatever that thing was, entirely unlucky to run across. This thing is massive.
Yeah, he's a chubby fellow.
I wouldn't tell that to him. It might upset him. Let's just say we're lucky. And
What happened to his horns?
Horn?
Yeah, mountain goats. They have horns, don't they?
No, that's a polar bear.
I mean, you're right, Irilyssa. They do have horns, but
Poor thing.
that was a polar bear.
To be hornless, and she like subconsciously just touches the horns on her head. I couldn't imagine such a fate.
This could be a hornless draconic polar bear. But
As Zagrax touches his head as he has no horns.
Oh.
And the polar bear takes a couple more steps away.
We're all very lucky. We're all very lucky. Yep.
And then it
Thank you,
pauses, turns around again, looks at the party from probably about 40 feet away. So, what it would probably... No, I'm not going to say that. So yeah, about 40 feet away.
Yeah, one of the important things is I mentioned for everybody to clump up as well. So together we, even though you can probably see us pretty well, we look like a bigger group, a bigger object, even if we're individuals.
yeah, I'm actually going to take my shield and hold up above my head so I look even bigger.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out shield.
And honestly, now that I know what it is and what it's doing, I think, and I know that I can see us anyways, I'll reopen the lantern.
Okay. You open the lantern, light again floods out and sends those of you with the enhanced eyesight blinking for a second or two, but that fades pretty quickly as your eyes adjust to the surroundings, and the bear is just standing there, staring at you for a moment. I'm just waiting for something, and then I will tell you what happens.
Okay.
Let's make our way to Bryn Shander.
Okay, walk carefully.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but let's do it.
Don't turn your back.
Give it some space. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very curious exactly what it was chewing on.
And as you mention that, you do notice that there is something underneath where the polar bear is standing right now. It's like still got his eyes are fixed on where you guys are. Sniffs a bit. Nudges something in the snow towards you. Looks at you one last time, then turns and starts walking away again.
Kick away.
Thank you.
Normal goat behavior?
And this time he's definitely like walking and not stopping.
Yeah, well, it'll be like,
Go
thank you.
Yes, I think it may have been sharing what it was eating.
Yeah.
I've often heard that goats can eat almost anything.
I think bears can too.
Well, let's see what it was eating.
You keep bringing up bears. That was a goat. Obvious.
I think I need to show you a picture book later.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are you
You're
going to
listening,
where the
feel
bear
okay?
was?
Yeah, I'll go. Over
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you approach to where the bear was, and who would know this? Vulwin and Zagrax. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Is just normal survival check?
Nice.
Advantage?
Normal survival.
Anything?
It's not a nat 1, but it's a 1.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
It was a mountain goat.
So Vulwin, as you like going out off the road, just the 30 or 40 feet off the road, you do notice that there is a second set of tracks which you're actually following exactly. And the strange thing is, these tracks start out fairly small, probably a little smaller than yours, but every step they take, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then by the time you find what it was that the polar bear had in front of him, it's a dwarf. Just a dwarf. Except that this dwarf does seem to have darker skin than most of the dwarves that you've seen before, and the beard has kind of this off-white type colour. And it's bloody, it's like torn apart.
Yeah. Think one of the dwarves came back out here. Looks like he's got just completely frostbitten, well, dead.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And
Just
no
do
goats
anything
can
bad
be
for them.
vicious.
A little odd, but you said like he looked a little different than in like what way exactly again? It was the
skin seemed to be darker than the dwarves you've seen before, and in fact I'm going to say go ahead as a two of you, and I'll let you choose who. Give me a intelligence roll.
Don't pick me.
Not me.
I'm writing it off as like it's frostbite, it's gotten to him, and I'm just kind of holding up the lantern over this so anybody who's looking.
Just the dark
It's
color.
decently
I'll do
intelligence.
an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Why not?
I mean, Vulwin might end up rolling it, but we'll see.
Yeah, you're
Tahko and
Irilyssa.
Irilyssa, give me intelligence.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Perfect. Yep.
Nice 3.
3. 19. That's pretty good.
Alright,
It's
Tahko,
definitely a goat.
it's a dwarf. You've seen them. They've been around here. Even seems to be armed and equipped relatively similarly to dwarves. Irilyssa, you haven't encountered this before, but you have read about them back at Candlekeep. And you are pretty sure that this is a subset of dwarves known as Duragar. Dark dwarves.
Oh.
And from what you know of the Duragar, and Vulwin kind of points out the bigger footsteps, Duragar can enlarge themselves.
Why
You
is
also
this
know that Duragar can also go invisible.
Hmm.
Well, while you're recalling that, I'm going to go ahead and relieve him of his supplies.
Okay, he doesn't have very much. He's got 4 silver, 7 copper, and just like a dark robe, but like his clothing is completely shredded, torn to pieces. Then there's just like a very simple club off in the snow.
Yeah, like, given the state he's in, I don't think we should bring him back, but we'll have to let his brother know that one of theirs fell on the road.
He's not one of theirs.
What do you mean?
He's a dwarf.
Yeah, all dwarves are brethren.
He's a Duragar. I don't know why he's on the surface.
What do you mean? Dwarves come out from time to time.
It's different. It's similar but different.
You know this person?
I don't know them, but I know what he is based on the description.
You just said he's Duragar.
No.
You,
He's a
Irilyssa.
Duragar.
Okay. I think Irilyssa means that's a type of dwarf.
Oh.
Yes. Like
Oh,
there
alright.
are high elves and wood elves.
Yeah,
It's a different type of dwarf.
and half
Okay. Well, that's a dead dwarf now. So back to town we go.
They just live underground, so it's weird that he would be on the surface.
Is there any form of identification on him?
Yeah,
Other
he's got a
than-
name tag saying "Duh."
Yeah.
Duragar.
Check his driver's license.
I was gonna eat like any patches on his clothes or anything, or he just looked normal minus the fact that he's
He's
different.
missing a lot, actually.
Roll me an
Well, yeah.
investigation.
Haha! I'm good at this. Oh, I'm actually not bad at it. Haha!
Wow.
Doesn't seem to.
Passport.
Okay. I wasted my one roll on something that wasn't there. Dang it. Okay.
Did you say this?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, did you say that this there was a weapon around it all?
Just a club. Simple
Club.
club.
Okay,
Uh,
I'll start fixing that, like, just to stand up out of the snow.
Okay.
The silver and copper that I got, is it normal minting or is this something exotic?
This does seem to be 10 towns. And
Okay.
like with Zagrax routing through it a little more, you can find there are other odds and ends kind of strewn around under the snow as you're looking a little bit more clearly. He was clearly thieving some stuff. Like you can find a tankard from the north end from Bryn Shander. You can find like a chisel or something marked with the what's it called? Black iron. The blacksmith in Bryn Shander. And also, trying to think what would actually like be branded. You find odds and ends which clearly belong to 10 towners.
Okay.
I'll grab all the things that I can identify as being something from specific places or people in town.
I mean, it's going to be very difficult to say this is yours, with the possible exception of the North End branded
Yeah.
mug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Drop it off in the lost and found.
Yeah,
Right.
that's pretty much the plan. Is just grab all the things that definitely look like they were yoinked, having been working as a guard dealing with petty thieves for a while. Put it in a whatever he was carrying, and then bring it with to drop off at the sheriff's desk in the morning.
Well. Anyway, we need to hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's pretty far from Bryn Shander. Kind of surprised. But anyway,
it's very strange, but I guess it's just too bad.
Yeah, let's walk and talk then. We could guess we could let the other dwarves know about this anyways. Is it any interest to them, Irilyssa? I don't know much about this. I thought,
I'm sure they would be interested.
Well, if they're still there.
well, day 3. Get
Yeah.
there before that.
And away we go.
Okay, so yes, you continue your way to Bryn Shander, and the weather does seem to be closing in. The snow begins to fall a little more heavily. Like, the default is it's snowing. It's just like a light snowfall, with a little touch of a wind, but now like the clouds are growing darker, though that's kind of hard for you to see, and the snowfall definitely increases in force. Not like blizzard levels, it doesn't have the wind accompanying it, but it gets a little harder to see. Like, you can feel your vision like closing in, particularly those of you who have the extended vision. Like, it's starting to get hard to see. But as you reach Bryn Shander, you see suddenly looming up in front of you the walls, and while you kind of felt like you were climbing a hill, still the walls just looming out the darkness like that is a surprise.
Yeah.
But you have made it back.
Yay!
Good.
I'm gonna do the secret guard call of, "Hey, can you please open the door? We're friendly." I don't
What's
know if that exists, but What's up?
I'll hand Zagrax
Wait, hold
the
up.
lantern so he can hold it up next to his face. It's like, it's
What's
me!
up?
Okay, so
Yep.
yes, the gates are shut. You can see a couple of lights at the top of the gate, and as Zagrax, you come up. What is the call? I'm just curious.
I don't know what is it. I didn't make
That's
it
right.
up.
That's a good call.
Yeah, what's the passphrase?
He didn't do it in Zagrax's voice, so that's not the password.
Right?
Well, I did. I did the "what's up" in the voice.
Okay.
I mean, it can just be Wasar or something.
Putting way too much. Yeah, we'll just go with the "what's up" because why not? It's funny.
All right, so Wasar, and a moment later, comes from the top of the wall.
Uh-huh.
You wait a moment, and then you hear a as the gates start to swing outwards, and then the portcullis behind it, you hear a as it's being cranked up as the portcullis raises, and what was before a solid barrier of blackness is now a slightly less solid barrier of blackness with what looks to be something you can walk through. It's actually lit, so you can see.
Nice.
I just
And in
realized
we go.
we should have purchased mead when we were in good mead and sold it here.
You can always go back.
Yeah.
We're on our way back anyway.
Do that later.
Okay, so
I mean, we
as
already
you-
got paid to technically do this, so.
Yeah, we have to go do stuff.
as you actually enter under the threshold of the doors, another half orc comes storming down the stairs which led up to the winch room above, a little bit out of breath, but he's a big burly guy, and he's like, "You're coming in after dark. Zagrax, you should know what the rules are about that. It's only because I recognized your stupid call that I let you in." And you do recognize
not-
this half-orc. It is Thorax.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go. Ha!
It's not stupid if it works.
Well, just be careful. Mercenaries here are getting a little fidgety. So's the boss. Something bad's coming,
What?
we can feel it.
We did just run across a polar bear on our way through about
How far out of were we?
2 hours.
A mile.
2 hours? Okay.
about 2 hours out of town along the Eastway. It
On
seemed to
the-
be moving further north into the mountains.
A bear on
That's
the
the
east
thing.
way. That's rare.
Yeah.
Biggest one I've ever seen. The massive, really.
Those beasts usually stay away from the well-trodden paths. They know what humans can do. And other assorted creatures. He kind of looks down at himself going, I'm a freaking orc, damn it.
Yeah, right.
They're not the only ones. I've heard word that Yetis are been spotted around the Eastway as well, just north of it.
Everything's encroaching. Everyone's having difficulty surviving. And of course they come after those who still have, even if it's not much. Us.
Agreed.
Say, Zagrax, there was actually 4 fellows in town earlier looking for you. Or certainly someone that sounded like you, mercenary. Silver Dragonborn. Could only think of one. Begging your pardon, looking towards you, Irilyssa.
I'm a white dragon. How dare you?
You white? I thought you were silver.
She's white.
Oh, my bad. In that case, he does not say that.
Yeah.
Huh. I was not expecting companions. Do you know where they're at?
No, they said they weren't going to stay long. Moved on to Targos, as far as I know.
Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind. We'll probably be passing through Targos in a day or two, so I'll keep an eye out for them. Do you know were there any defining features of them?
The strange thing was they were all 4 Dragonborn, like you. A black, 2 reds, I think green. Bit hard to see, it's dark.
How long ago was that?
Midday, maybe?
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah,
I'll definitely keep an eye out for them. Shouldn't be hard to spot.
You do kind of stick out a bit.
I'll just nod at him and kind of do the little chuckle thing.
Well, hurry up and get inside. We need to get these doors shut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shall I move in?
And he kind of yelled something up at the wall, and it seems like there is now another guard stationed in the crank room, and portcullis behind you goes as it slams into its position below, and the doors slam shut as well, pulled by 2 pairs of ropes from the inside. And you have the play of the town. You have now successfully arrived at Bryn Shander. Let me just go
Huzzah!
to Bryn Shander. So the town, now quite familiar from your wanderings, the walls really rising quite comfortably around you. The town itself, pretty well lit. A lot of the lamps illuminate at least the main paths, on which you are on one of them. Coming in from the east gate are whale oil lamps, and like the comforting light and the little bit of heat that they give off, even if they do come with some pretty stinging black kind of smoke that's given off, is really quite welcoming, and the smoke isn't that bothersome outdoors anyway. So, what would you like to do?
Safety.
Let's go find Danica as soon as possible.
You were muted.
We should
There you go.
we should find Danica and let her know that we'll be heading out in the morning, possibly. Do we want to do that before we go to Terblade?
Bear with me just a second. Firefox just crashed.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see that now. Yeah, hopefully Danica is still in good health. That we can take her there.
I think our next choice depends on how well Danica is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how are you feeling, Irilyssa?
Tired.
Well, that could simply be from, that could just be from all the excitement we've had.
It's been a very long day.
There's been a lot of blood spilled in the last 2 days.
A lot to do in Goodmead.
A lot of peril in Goodmead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just messaging thingy.
Zagrax, you also might want to speak to your captain about sending some folks to Goodmead to help.
Indeed.
Yeah, we were actually given money to pay for people to be sent to them, so.
Oops.
Yeah.
Aha!
That was not for you. Never mind. Okay, so you want to get mercenaries. Zagrax can tell you that mercenaries, the best one to talk to would be the sheriff, because he's the one that manages mercenary companies. And even if there aren't any employed, so like he keeps an eye on who is in town, particularly if they're armed and trained.
Yeah. True. I assume it's after hours to go talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, with your slight delay with the polar bear, it didn't put you back that far. It was a pretty quick encounter, so it's probably about 8:30 at night. You made good time, but not great time.
Okay. Would it be out of the norm? It's not something that I would it's not like something super time critical, so it can do it in the morning. But if he's up and it's a normal time to go and talk to people now, then I'll do it now for the sake of.
I
getting
mean,
it done,
it would
but-
technically be after hours, but you know that a sheriff is never really off duty. And
Yeah.
like nighttime is when things tend to kick off, so that's probably like the sheriff's open hours.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll go at the very least swing by, drop off the coin that Goodmead gave us to hire some people and tell the sheriff about the more or less what happened down there.
Okay, so the sheriff does-
barring the fact that we kind of like initiated the contact and murdered a bunch of people, just that there was a contention of people to lead, but that there's now no worry about that and yada yada, and the one lady's gonna end up leading the town and want to bring trade back.
Okay, so you're telling them that Olivessa has taken over in
Yes. Oh, I couldn't remember her name.
Goodmead. Okay.
Yep.
And he seems really happy that trade is going to get reestablished.
Assuming they have guards.
Yes, and on the topic of guards, he says yes, he can pick some guards for you, or he can make introductions and let you meet the mercenary captains. There are 5 groups that he says are in town, which you could speak to if you wanted to, and then make your own decisions about who to hire.
Did everybody else come with, or did you guys all kind of head to the inn?
I probably just headed to the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I
to the
probably
end.
went to the end.
I mean, I trust the sheriff's a trustworthy guy, right?
As far as you know.
As far as I can tell. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just tell him that I'll go talk to the not adventuring Pote, and let him know in the morning if we'll just leave it up to him or if we'd like to talk to him. My gut feeling is that we'll just leave it up to him. But
Okay, he does check a register as you're talking. He says, yeah, so there are the Old Salts, the Company of the Sword and the Axe, the Dale Landers, the Spinning Stones, Bloodsworn Legion, all available. They're all mercenary companies that you could probably contract, and then also possibly speak to some of the refugees around. They would make a
True.
decent ad hoc defense force.
True. Refugees aren't a bad idea for town guard, and then mercenary companies to guard convoys, caravans.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, he makes a couple of notes about the report that you gave him about Olivessa.
Okie doke.
Okay.
And you, I guess, retire to the tavern as well.
Indeed.
Okay. So, the north end, a little bit busier.
Oh, I forgot to drop off the bits and pieces and baubles that I found on the dwarf guy. I forgot about that. I'll do it in the morning, whatever.
Okay.
We could do it that way.
Cool. Meanwhile, at the north end, it's a little bit busier there than you've seen for a while. There are noticeably more people in town. You did, like, with a bit of hindsight, think, yeah, actually, you know what, the roads are busier than I remember them being at this time of night. And there are quite a few people kind of, like, hanging around the fringes with nursing a single drink, drinking it really slowly, trying to make it last, like their clothing a bit more ragged. And then there's also a table in the corner, which is a bit more rowdy. There's a group of dwarves and a group of halflings having like a drinking contest. Like, I could drink more than you. Come on, down it. Down. You know, like a bit more loutish. Yeah, dwarves. Oh no, they are humans. Dwarves and humans.
Okay.
And those guys are armored and have weapons.
Okay. Is Danica in the tavern area?
She's not downstairs.
Okay.
Well, you wouldn't know. You haven't been there for a while, but no, she's not downstairs.
Okay.
Laura, you know the boss. Why don't you ask if that other half-elf goes?
Yeah, I could do that. I guess that's better than just knocking on her door if she's not there anymore. Yeah, sure. What is his name? I wrote it down.
I was just looking that up.
Mr. Barkeep Man.
Mr. Barkeep Man. True.
Then a bit.
Scram Sacks. Is this?
Graham Sachs.
Scram Sacks.
Nice.
North Look. I keep calling it the North End. That's in a different town. It's the North Look.
Oh, okay.
And yes, Scram Sacks.
Scram Sacks, yeah. So she'll probably just walk behind the bar, be like, "I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello."
Place waiting for you as usual.
Yeah, it's a busy night, it seems.
It's real busy. We could definitely use your help today.
Yeah, I can start in a minute or so. Say, did that half elf that was always studying in this area, is she still here?
Yeah, she's not been out of her room in 2 days or so, I think. Been
Oh,
spending
no.
a lot of time with the priest from the Morning Lord Temple, Ominator Temple.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Let me put my stuff back and then I'll get to work.
Ah, sure. Glad to have you back. We definitely need you. And with
Yeah.
that, he immediately gets called away for another drink and is like, talk to you in a minute. And rushes off.
Yep. So she'll come back to Irilyssa and tell you, yeah, that she still seems to be there. But she hasn't left her room in 2 days. So I'm not sure how she's doing. But Scramsack said that the Aminator priest had been visiting her. So, I probably need to work tonight, so maybe you guys can check in on her. Or I just said I would, so I probably should actually do that.
Yeah, we'll go say hello.
Yeah. Okay, and then she'll leave.
Okay, so Elora, you're going to be working for the rest of the evening, so the rest of you?
We're gonna head up and knock on Danica's door.
Yeah.
Okay. As you trample upstairs, you actually find the priest of... Oh, what was his name?
I thought it was a lady.
Mishan,
I'm
yeah,
wrong.
her name. Mishan's actually, has clearly heard you coming, because Tahko is not exactly quiet.
I don't think any of us are.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Zagrax, you'd be
Except
pretty
for
noisy.
Elora.
Tahko, you'd be pretty noisy.
Uh,
Vulwin's quite
yeah.
quiet.
Oh, yeah, true.
I don't say too much.
But still, the big armoured boots going ka-thunk, 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 as you go
Yeah.
upstairs on wooden stairs. It's noisy.
Mm-hmm.
He quietly closes the door behind him. She gives you a bit of a smile. Ah, good. I recognise those footsteps. You're back.
Yes.
Yeah.
We found a doctor in Goodmead that thinks he can take care of this problem.
That's wonderful.
How are they doing?
And then she kind of closes the door properly behind her. Not well. She doesn't have long.
Well, I guess we should head out as soon as possible then.
She would definitely last another day or two, but her strength leaves her quickly, and she struggles with extended activity.
I might have to carry her then.
It is possible. You say this doctor is willing and able to do this? He must be quite the character.
Very much so.
Something alright.
Well, we have no time to waste then. Thank you for your work.
Of course, it is within Ominator's grace that we all continue breathing and living in this world. I will do what I can for her.
Okay.
But the news you bring definitely is a beacon of hope in the darkness surrounding us.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
You should probably have one for me then as well.
Oh.
Done.
And she gives you another fleeting smile, opens the door quietly, and kind of darts back inside, closing the door again quietly behind.
To Danica's room?
To Danica's room, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just getting some sleep tonight because we're gonna head off early then.
Yes, let's do that.
Tahko, what do you think's the best way to? If she can't walk on her own, probably can't take any sort of large cart or anything in this kind of weather. It's just getting worse out there.
Well, I think I might just have to carry her.
Or I could carry her.
She's not very large, so.
Yes, you could probably swaddle her to you like a baby.
Like just some kind of like sleeping roll. Just
Yeah.
As you fall quiet for a moment, the pause there between you is broken as a cry from Danica's room. The Red Dawn! The Red Dawn's coming! It's coming!
I'll burst in the door.
Okay. And you see that Mishan is trying to push Danica back into the bed, and Danica's just sitting up, sweat drenched, looking absolutely appalling, just screaming about the Red Dawn.
Does that sound familiar at all?
Yeah, I was gonna say, should that mean something?
Danica, I mean, I'll look into Danica's eyes. Is there anything there? Is there any acknowledgement or sense about them?
She's looking around wildly. She seems pretty delirious.
I'll help calm her and get her into bed then.
Okay. Zagrax and Vulwin, give me a history check, I guess this would be.
I'm actually not piss poor at that. I say that as I roll some garbage. I say that as I roll some garbage!
You know, if I would say if
Yourself like that.
if I've heard anything, it's probably rumors at most. Because I will say though, I will say even with that 19 though, a lot of the stuff I've heard has only been word of mouth. So if I know anything, it's only from that.
So Zagrax, the Red Dawn, communists, they're coming. Clearly.
Oh shit!
Knew it.
I gotta dig out the shotgun from underneath my bed.
No, you have no idea. You've not heard of anything referred to as the Red Dawn. Vulwin, you haven't either. But from the incoherent rambling, you could possibly piece together that it might be a natural event or something which causes superstitious ramblings from time to time, like a light seen in the sky. An omen, maybe.
Sounds like she's kind of completely out of it to me. Can't think of a thing.
Yes, it's just like the superstition of sailors. Like if they see a bright light streaking across the sky, it's bad news.
Yeah, you've heard the siren tales. Is kind of probably something like that.
It's the ICBM from the commies.
It's starting.
It's the ICBM. Oh no.
I don't think we have.
Never heard of it.
I don't think we have enough time to spend the night. We may just want to make our way back to Goodmead tonight. I don't know if they could survive much longer.
She's looking completely awful.
And she slumps back into her bed, breathing deeply. And Mishan is like dabbing her brow with a cloth, trying to swipe away some of the sweat. And she turns to you, Tahko, because you're the nearest. She's like, she has been calling out about the Red Dawn. Never this vigorously, though.
I don't know what that is, and I hope never to see it. But something needs to be done as soon as possible.
I mean, it could just be the sun coming out again. That would be kind of nice.
Should we be so lucky?
It doesn't sound nice the way that she's saying it.
I mean, she's kind of not in a good way, so I mean, whatever she says probably doesn't sound good.
I'll take the bed blanket and basically start swaddling her up. And
Okay.
yeah,
Mishan
Yeah.
puts a hand on yours to stop you, then realizes what you're doing and why, and stands back and lets you do it.
Swaddle the baby.
And she starts hastily packing a little bag that she's put together with medical stuff, and pushes it into one of your hands. I hope these will
Not mine.
would you care to
I'll
join
carry
us
it.
on our trip to Goodmead?
I cannot, as much as the well-being of one patient, or the well-being of one matters. I have an entire flock here to tend to.
I understand. Let's go. I'm sorry that we've just arrived, but this is quite urgent.
Yeah, just know we take exceeding risks. If she's calling out and paid the whole time we're going, then she's gonna attract everything in the area.
Yes. Well, hopefully,
Yeah.
But I agree.
Oh,
yeah.
If we could procure a sled, it might be better for her than just you carrying on your back. Think of it. Irilyssa mentioned that.
It's fairly late to go shopping. Does anyone know where we can purchase a sled?
Stores are
even
probably
steal
shut. Maybe a general store might be open, but this is definitely not a 24-hour place, especially not under the current. In fact, no, there wouldn't be anything open at this time.
Zagrax, would the guard have anything we could use?
I don't know, Mordred. Would the guard have anything we could use?
Possibly. You could always ask.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go swing by the HQ and see if we can't borrow something on our way down.
Okay. I'll get her bundled up here and head that way.
Yeah, once you guys are done there, meet me at the HQ and we can head towards the gate.
Okay.
Would we even be able to leave? They were hesitant to let us in. Are they going to really let us back out?
I think when they see your condition.
Yeah. Once I explain things to the sheriff, at worst we'll have to leave in the morning, but once I explain the things to her and he sees her with his own eyes, I don't think they'll have any qualms with us heading back out again.
And with that, I shall meander. Well, not meander. I'll speed walk, run to the HQ.
Okay, so Elora, you see Zagrax basically sprinting full pace across the tavern floor.
Yeah. She knows
Which
something.
is probably impressive.
You're right.
You do slam one or two people out the way as you go. You're too big
whatever.
not to.
Yeah.
Oh dear. She'll tell Scramsack she needs to go upstairs for a minute. And
Yep.
she'll just go.
Okay.
She'll just go. She'll head to Danica's room and see what's going on.
Okay, so yeah, you go upstairs and you find basically chaos. It's Tahko trying to swaddle. Dan, you heard it. You know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's like, are we leaving soon? I just saw Zagrax bolt out of here.
Yeah, I hope you were planning on sleeping tonight.
Oh god, okay. She's not
She's in a bad
not doing
way.
well then. Okay.
She's got maybe a day tops, and that's pushing it.
Oh,
Something about the Red Dawn.
Something about the Red Dawn. Does that mean anything to
The
you?
Red Dawn.
Yeah, possibly the sun, possibly just, her delirium. Don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
Sounds like superstition to me.
maybe.
It sounds like the ravings of somebody at the brink of death.
Maybe, yeah, it's just delirium. Maybe.
I think it's something more.
You think it's something?
I can't shake the feeling that it's something bad.
You could be correct there, since feels like everything holds meaning now.
D&D.
Well,
Right?
If your DM says it means something.
I'll get my stuff real fast then. She'll like pop out and be back in a couple minutes.
Yeah, if you could procure another lantern.
Elora, wait.
Yes?
Can you bring someone into your lantern? Could you bring
No.
down your lantern?
Only I can go into the lantern. I'm sorry. It's a good idea, but sorry. There's enough room for her, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, like I said, we're going to need an extra lantern or two if we could get it. If we can procure a sled, we can put those on the front. Maybe to keep her warm. It's going to be very difficult for her.
Yeah.
Very difficult. She'll be lucky if she even survives it.
Oh, goodness.
Let's quit saying and start working towards them. And I'll go ahead and,
Yeah.
after she's swallowed up, start walking her out of the building.
Okay, so Zagrax, you have, in the meantime, made it to the Marshal?
Yeah.
Sorry, Markham.
Sheriff.
Markham.
Yes. Yeah, so just, reiterate the situation, apologize for our comings and goings at such bad times, but at this point, Danik is not doing too hot. I'll also drop off the bits and baubles that I forgot to drop off earlier and mention the Duragar or whatever dwarf dude looks like he was stealing. Might need to keep an eye out for them. And then ask if they've got any sort of like sled bit that I can borrow, sled and blankets.
Every time you bring up something, it's like, okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of speed talking and all of that, and definitely no time for him to jump in yet.
And the sheriff pauses for a moment once you've finished and looks at you. Okay.
Done?
Let's sort these in order. First of all, Duragar, hidden creatures, thieves. We've had reports from Caer Koning of something which may be explained by this. We'll investigate. Secondly, wounded. Need to leave the town immediately. That is very unusual. Roll me a persuasion.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Better start explaining your reasoning.
It's so... But it's my best stat, and it sucks.
Well,
I'm
start
so mad.
explaining.
Yeah.
Why
Start
exactly?
talking, Zagrax.
Why exactly is this one person so important to put the entire city at risk by opening our gates at night?
She's studying the state of the world that we're in now with the great, darkness and poor weather, and we were able to run into a doctor in Goodmead that would be able to fix her ailment that at this point seems the priest said she has a day or two at most to survive if we don't do something. If you were able to survive, she'd definitely help, but could possibly point us and the town as a whole in the right direction of possibly solving this great disaster that's befallen the 10 towns.
Good enough for me. I had actually heard of her and what she was doing. I'll have word sent to the gate. They'll open it for you. And then the third thing, I believe, was a sled. We don't have any. That's not within our remit, but we do have snowshoes, which may help. Although if you're going to Goodmead, are you planning on going across the tundra, or are you going to take the road?
At this point, we'll take the road, but my party's gonna meet up here, and we can quick discuss it. And if the tundra
probably won't need snowshoes if you're just going along the road. It should be quick enough. If you're going in the tundra, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm not used to traveling.
They're available if you need them, as this is a matter for the 10 towns as a whole.
Appreciate
but my
it.
feeling is you don't need them.
Okay. I assume we can't cut off a whole lot of time going across the tundra.
Depends how good you are at navigating at night across probably the most dangerous area close to the 10 towns.
Yeah. Probably not worth the risk.
Especially as you'd also be going through the woods.
Yeah. We'll end up sticking to the road. Appreciate the offer, though.
Of course. We have heard of what you've been doing for the towns, and that is very much appreciated. We wouldn't just open the gates for anyone.
I appreciate it, and hopefully we can do more than what we've done now, but we just got to keep on doing.
And at this point, Tahko explodes through the entrance of the tavern, rushing across the courtyard with the rest of you in tow.
Yeah, if we're unable to secure a sled, then we might just have to tie our shields together and drag her along. So it's impromptu, but we'll see how Zagrax did.
I mean, how's the swaddling going? Is it working well?
Yeah, can I just
I
carry
mean,
them
Danica's
in
not
there?
exactly big, so Tahko probably can carry her. And Goliath's pretty good at carrying stuff, so...
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say it wouldn't slow you beyond the pace you'd probably be setting anyway. I'll probably make Tahko do a con save, just to see if you do struggle.
Okay. Well, let me know when you want me to do it. I'll probably be
Oh,
out on the road first.
The sheriff did offer snowshoes if we wanted to cut across the tundra, but considering the current state of where we're going, I doubt the tundra would offer us enough of a time savings worth the risks.
Yeah, we can't
It's a
afford
risk both ways.
And honestly, we may find our own footprints leading back, so now would be the time.
It looked like a storm was kicking up when we came in, so doubtful.
All right.
But if that storm has kicked up, maybe those snowshoes would be useful just even for the traveling on the main road.
Throw them in the pack if we want them. Otherwise, let's roll. Or walk.
Take them just in case, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
if
he's
you
a
wouldn't
little
mind us taking
reluctant
it.
to just give them out if you're just going to be
Yeah.
taking the roads anyway,
Yeah,
Fair.
that's
Oh, okay then.
because they're like the guards' snowshoes. If you
Yeah.
want to use them, somebody else will. Like resources. are
Cheaping out on
expensive.
us.
I mean,
Alright.
you can ask him. You could certainly try and
No.
persuade him. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm just saying, as a default, you probably say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
If you didn't come back with them, we're heading out.
Okay.
let us go.
Then you make your way to the east gate. The gates are indeed opened as Torax waves you through, and you disappear out of the comforting warmth of the bubble that is Bryn Shander and into the darkness and the streaming snow at this point, blindly fighting your way through. So I'm going to need survival check with disadvantage, perception check with disadvantage, and I need you all to make a con save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might
Yeah.
need
Yo.
Before I head out, gotta activate that tireless heading into the night.
Wow. All right. Well, I don't get the nat 20 perception, but I'll still get the 13. And we might need some more tense music there, Mordred.
Survival with disadvantage. Yeah, Vulwin will make sure that Danica is properly like roped into the sled, honestly, because anything could happen. Yeah, we had a sled, right? We got a sled from
No.
Zagrax. No? Oh, I
It's
missed
a
that. I thought we
swaddle.
did.
No,
It's
I
just
know.
a swaddle. Then we should actually just not have you carrying her because it's probably hurting her on the way.
No, I mean, if anything, I'll be keeping her warm because she's right up
Oh
against
yeah, yeah, you're true. Okay. Survival. Let's see what we got. Oh, 15.
Not bad.
Wow.
No.
From being disadvantaged, that is amazing, honestly. And now
Yeah.
we all have con saves?
Con saves
Now the
from all of
con
you.
saves.
Do
Ugh.
those with cold damage resistance get advantage?
No, 'cause
This
this
is
is exhaustion.
exhaustion.
This is you pushing into the night.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Got 11. Also roll my tireless since we're going into the night. Holy crap.
Shit!
You freaking...
Man, Darius not having a
I
good
ain't
day.
gotten shit rolls today.
So Elora is actually the most sprightly, pretty much leading the way and dragging you along.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, okay, we're going, yeah.
The rest of you
Glad
are
you're a good
okay,
spirit. We're gonna need
but
it.
Zagrax, you've started to lag behind a little bit. It's difficult to keep up with the pace. Like, you're tired, you've had a lot of fighting going on, you've taken a lot of damage and wounds over the day.
Heal, death. Heals, death. Heals, death. Yeah.
And the pace is punishing you, so yes, you do take a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
And you
All right.
make your way out of the town, heading along the east road, back towards Goodmead.
Yeah.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back
Right.
and
Good
forth.
thing we're on good terms with Good Mead and we didn't come back to them getting embroiled in something
Oh
terrible.
god. Well,
Right.
Well, thanks for the idea,
knock
then.
on wood. Knock on.
Already did.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Good, good. He saved us. Where the heck is exhaustion in roll 20?
Oh, if it's level 1 exhaustion, it means you have disadvantage on abilities checks.
Yeah. Is there nowhere to mark it
And
on?
everything? It's so bad.
Is there a roll
Oh.
on D20? I mean, roll 20?
I don't know. I
Okay.
just toggle disadvantage for ability checks is really what I did.
Oh, okay.
Write it under bonds or flaws or ideals.
I
somewhere.
actually don't know if it has it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Actually does.
I just try to remember. It
Oh,
does?
there's that.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
No.
you make your way.
Anywho,
Oh yeah,
I've
there it
got-
is. Show
I got-
exhaustion tracking. Sorry, let's not think about that right now. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, I got it. I got it in D&D Beyond, so we're good.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, you go rushing out of the town, and let me just go and bring up the map again for stream. So the party right now.
There's an option in character settings to enable it. Oh,
There's something.
that's probably what you read.
Okay, so you make your okay. Couple of questions. Are you like pushing yourselves? Are you trying to go quickly, or are you just going normal movement?
If we push ourselves, it will cause exhaustion, won't it?
Yes. Well, it would be another con save, but considering you're already tired, it would be like a higher DC.
Yeah,
Higher DC.
Hi,
Yeah,
Duke.
There it is.
knowing she's got about a day, I think we can take our normal pace so that we also don't lose our way in the haste.
Yeah.
It'd be very
Yeah.
bad for us.
I think for like the last hour or so, we should hustle, but for now, we should just stay the pace.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if we want to actually save her, we should keep going at a normal pace, so we
Mhm.
don't
Yeah.
get lost.
Yeah, once we get past the crossroads, then yeah.
We don't need to lose 5 lives trying to save 1.
Yes.
Okay, so you rush along the road. Vulwin just about keeping you on the path. Every now and then you do kind of feel the snow getting a little deeper, and that's a pretty good warning for you, like you need to get back on track. The heavier snowfall, the fact that it is pretty much completely dark, does really restrict your vision. You're just kind of lucky that the snow is bad, but this is not blizzard conditions, so you are able to keep yourselves together. You are able to call commands and information to each other as you are traveling. And as you're going, Tahko, because you're basically holding, I would imagine Danica pretty much close to you, or have you got her slung over your shoulder, or how are you carrying her?
Yeah, probably just diagonally across,
Okay,
like a baby.
Yeah, like baby style.
she is swaddled up, so... And you... For most of it, she seems to be pretty much asleep, and every now and then she will mutter things like, "Sky, the red dawn, fire, falling, forever falling. Everything is..." She'll fall asleep again, calm down a little bit more. And then maybe an hour later, "No! The red dawn! It's... we just..."
Yeah, shush.
Roll a charisma, just straight charisma.
Striker is
Oh, I'm good. I bet Taco's good.
Taco, try to keep her quiet.
Oh, you are? Okay.
not bad. Oh no, that's a saving throw. Never mind. I'm terrible.
Never mind, I'm terrible. It's not bad.
9 could be worse.
Okay,
yeah.
so you're trying desperately to keep her quiet and keep her not going ballistic. It's difficult because she is half in, half out of delirium. She is pretty much asleep. You do kind of get the idea that when she cries out, it's more of a nightmare thing than actually waking and going, "Ah, red dawn. Yes, that's bad." And she does keep on this pattern of the red dawn, death, falling. She mentions falling an awful lot. Streaking across the sky. The red glow, the dawn. And I want all of you to make an intelligence roll.
Oh god.
Okay.
Yeah, all of you.
Oh, just straight
Hold on.
int.
Oh, Irilyssa.
Hey!
I
Nice.
found another goat!
Did you find another goat?
So,
Irilyssa
Irilyssa, your
forgets what
mind is
word
just
dawn means.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
Just thinking about other things. The rest of you, though, you can't help but hear, like, the red dawn
Yeah.
falling. And for Tahko and Vulwin, this actually begins to make you think about something you've heard, like, out in the taverns and, like, rumours and things, and you vaguely remember this event yourself, but there was a red streak across the sky probably 2.5 weeks ago or so. And it was something definitely to the south of Icewind. There was definitely something that came from the sky into not the sky. You're not sure why exactly you didn't think about it. You just, like, your mind was always on other things. Because it was a bit of an impressive event, but it was definitely noticed by some of the people. It was at night. A lot of people were just asleep at the time, but you have heard of this thing falling from the sky 2.5 weeks ago. And you wonder if it's something to do with that.
Yeah, I feel like Vulwin remembers it just because he's guiding by lantern light right now, and it's a bright light. It's reflecting off the snow, and the only way he's focusing on getting anywhere is just by looking at that light ahead.
Irilyssa is just constantly saying prayers to Selune to get us to Goodmead safely.
And at the moment, you're quite disquieted. You're quite disquieted, Irilyssa, because you can't see the moon at all. Like, it is dark. It is completely obscured by the snow. And you've never really felt so alone as you do right now. You continue on your way, making pretty good progress towards Goodmead. Eventually, after about 6 hours of hard press, I'm going to say about 7 hours actually, because you are constantly getting lost. It was, I'm going to say about 8:13. It's probably about 5 o'clock in the morning, thereabouts. It's still completely pitch black as you basically see a couple of glimmering lights, which you believe to be Goodmead. Not quite arriving there when you expected, but considering how bad the weather was and, like, how you've been pushing through the night to get there, it's a good feeling that you've got those lights, even as small as they are, and then the more comforting size of the mead hall emerging out of the darkness. You have arrived in Goodmead.
Huzzah!
A few of you bring her to the doctors. The rest of us should try to find Thug.
Alright,
Okay.
I'll head right to the
Yeah.
doctor's house.
Give the Annika to me. The rest of you go find Tube.
Too good.
Oh god, the darkness begins.
I have Danica.
Okay, so say again, who's doing what?
I'm heading to the doctor's.
Okay.
I think, yeah,
Vulwin's gonna go take a look for Thug.
I shall join Vulwin.
Irilyssa is going to go with Tahko.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go
Now,
find Thug as well then.
yeah, very grimly, I'll turn to you guys like, I hope he's had his fill of drink. I don't relish what's about to happen. Not at all. It's about her survival.
Just don't think too much about it right now.
No, it's the way of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vulwin, Zagrax, Elora, give me an investigation roll, please.
Okay.
As you are trying to find Thug.
Good lord.
Hey.
12.
Thankfully, he's
212.
not that hard to find, because he's just passed out in the mead hall, just spread over one of the tables. A mug next to him, familiar with the branding from Goodmead, just on its side. A little trickle of mead having fallen out, but he looks like he's made the most of the 2 silver that you gave him, and possibly acquired a little bit more sneakily. And the mead hall itself, it's a mess. There are a couple of chairs and things turned over. The mead barrels that you remember, there's like one left and it's probably about half full. There are a couple of other people also just comatose on the tables. There's a little table still, a group of people just huddled fairly close to the central hearth, like murmuring to each other pretty drunkenly. You get the impression, like, after the election there was a bit of a booze up in Goodmead, and you are seeing the results of that. Since it's not destructive chaos, it's celebratory chaos. That makes sense.
Yeah. Honestly, good meat should just be called booze up.
Yeah. Oh, true.
I know how to
I'll
get
look
rid
at
of bad
Elora
taste.
as we like walk in and we both see him. It's like, all right, let's get him.
Okay. Neither of us look very happy about doing this, but we're doing it anyway.
I don't think any of us
Is there an
look
open
very happy
cask
about it.
anywhere nearby of mead?
Of an open one?
Yeah,
no,
or is there like just like I don't know, like an open drink on the table somewhere that's like has some mead in it?
Absolutely. You can within like seconds see several of those.
Fantastic. As I go to walk up to Thug, I'm just gonna grab one of those and like down it,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and just kind of let it clatter onto the ground.
Yeah, and the warming presence of the mead like flows through you, and you find a bit more of fire and invigoration to yourself as the mead goes down. You can kind of feel the impact of it, and then you remember again why you're doing this, and that warmth fades quickly.
Yeah. Just to dull the edge,
Okay.
just a little bit. But grab his other side. He's probably gonna be a bit
Yeah.
wiggly.
I'll
So I
help.
can
I mean,
grab him.
Zagrax is right there, but I can do
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah, Zagrax.
Honestly,
Zagrax is there too. That's right. Yeah.
I started looking from the other side of the mead hall. You guys saw him first.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys are closer in height.
He's like bent over at the bar, just like holding onto it, trying to catch his breath.
Because we just ran off you.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Yay.
Yeah,
I guess we'll pick him up and carry him out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Tahko.
so between two of you, you get Thug, like one arm on each side, and kind of woken up now. I was like, "Hey guys, thanks
Hey.
so much. I feel so full of life, and you saved me. I feel like a whole new path in front of me.
God damn.
It's
It's a short path.
Oh God.
As he's
I-
saying all that, and they're like carrying him. Elora's just like telling him, "Yeah, totally. That's great. I know. We're just
roll a
Vulwin doesn't say a
deception.
thing, and Zagrax, you're near enough.
Deception.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh my god, I got a negative one, and I get a +5.
What are you gonna be like? You're totally not gonna die. It's okay.
She's just like, "Yeah, it's great."
yeah, it's great.
You're like, everything's fine. It's like you're tearing up.
Yeah, she's like totally letting on that she's totally scared of everything that's going on, and she's tired.
Give me just a second.
Oh boy. Things have gotten fun.
Yeah. I can't believe you were
I know it's not okay. Look, I have +5. I felt good
I
about
know.
that.
Yeah,
You guys
I
are
mean,
the
You shouldn't have-
best. I
shouldn't-
can't wait until the morning. I'm gonna turn my life. You guys will see. I'm turning my life. Hi. You guys are awesome. And at this point, you've like pulled him, dragged him. It's like his feet are dragging on the floor as you're pulling him out of the mead hall, rushing him towards Nin's establishment.
Yeah, both Zagrax and Elora, like, you know, Vulwin, when you're saying those things, Elora, and you're starting to like really tear up and get emotional, Vulwin just kind of like, you can kind of see him visibly like grit his teeth.
Yeah. And he's so drunk, apparently he didn't notice, but
good.
we'll see.
He's actually stone cold sober. This is just a deception on his part.
Oh my god, that'd be so crazy.
Just spring into action at any moment.
I'd like
I
to
just-
talk to Tahko before they get back, by the way.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are on the way. You
Mhm.
will arrive momentarily.
Okay. So, yep, I start trudging towards the doctors.
We have to let her decide to do this, Tahko.
She's in no state to decide.
She still has to decide to do it. We can't do this for her. We can't put that burden on her.
She never has to know. If we're going to save these 10 towns, then she has to live.
Irilyssa will just stay quiet.
Oh,
Can you get the door?
It's the big fella. Hi, big fella. I miss you. You gotta have a drink with me. Who's got my drink? You. Hi. Kind of his head slumps against Elora's shoulder.
Oh.
Oh God. You're muted.
I'll put my hand on his chest to try to like steady him.
And his head kind of lolls about a little bit. He opens his eyes again, blinks at you, just gives you a big beaming smile. And with that, you arrive at the doctor's house. Tahko, Danica, Irilyssa, standing outside waiting for you.
Give it a knock.
Again, you have to wait a moment. No response.
Might be asleep.
Knock again, a bit louder.
Again. Seemingly no response. You're about to knock again, much louder, basically rattling the door off of its frickin' hinges if you have to. When you hear footsteps padding softly towards you, and the door eventually opens a little crack, and Nin looks out. Ah. The patient, I presume.
Yes.
Yes.
He opens the door more widely. Please, enter.
All right, I do so.
Take the... Now, he makes his way straight away to the his practice, like the GP's office type thing. Who's following? Who's doing what here?
I'm following right behind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that,
Zagrax.
Tahko.
and we're dragging the dude. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I guess we're just gonna hang out with him in the lobby until he's needed. Yeah.
So Nin gestures towards the table which is on one side of the room. Please place the patient down so I may inspect her. I take it this is the human.
Yes.
And then you place her down, unwrap some of the swaddling, and Danica's just there, head kind of lolling a little. She opens her eyes, looks around, and then just kind of falls back with a clunk against the table.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I must inspect this. And he removes part of her clothing, starts pressing down on the abdomen, much the similar way as what he'd done to Irilyssa when checking you out as well. Yes, this will need immediate attention. You have the other one?
Yes. And I'll call into the other room. Bring him in.
All right.
Okay.
Still not saying anything. Yeah, lift him off the seat.
Yep.
Okay, and then Nin is going to make his way over to where there are two large silver doors. He's going to throw them wide open, revealing another room. This one has a metal floor with drains, looking like on like rivets where blood can probably run out. Solid metal table in the center of the chamber. It's got various sconces with light, and he clicks his fingers, and they immediately light up. Around, there's a hearth on the wall, and you actually get the feeling that this hearth was feeding both rooms, so it's the GP's office and then his as well. Place her on the table.
Oh. Great. Okay. I guess. Yeah, okay. All right, whatever. Too late to go back on this now. Onward
Holy
march.
shiz.
And bring him in as well. I will require the other table too.
Okay.
He kind of gestures towards the other table which is still in his office. And he turns around, makes his way over to a basin, starts like scrubbing up.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Gotta wash your hands.
Does he sing the scrubbing up song while he does?
So you bring the other table in. You place Danica on the metal table as directed. You put the Thug on the investigation table. I don't know what that thing would be called. Inspection table. Call it that.
Yeah.
Side by side, next to each other.
It'll be the serious wounds table in a minute.
Yes. And then he takes the long silver knife that he always has sheathed at his side, withdraws it, looks at you all, and makes his way over to the hearth and puts the knife inside the fire, waiting for a moment for it to heat up.
Will you need us here while you're performing
That
surgery?
is up to you. If you wish to witness this, I am sure you will find it quite the fascinating operation.
I think I'm okay on that. Thank you.
That is your decision.
Laura actually didn't really go into the room. She's like on the outside.
If you are staying, staying. If you are going, please shut the door on your way out. I have work to do.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go. And shut the door on my way out, unless there's anybody else with me.
Nope,
Is
you're
anybody
listening,
else?
staying in there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm also staying.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's not from a space of actually wanting to witness it, but it's like doing this to the guy. I have to see what the heck ends up with him. It just would feel bad. Just hey, yeah, we're just gonna toss him to this guy, and then you're not gonna witness what his last moments or whatever.
Vulwin wants to know what's going to happen to Irilyssa eventually.
Well, Irilyssa
Irilyssa
wants to know what's going to happen to Irilyssa.
Irilyssa wants to watch.
So, am I the
He
only
doesn't say
one
anything.
sitting in there watching the surgery?
No, Elora's not there with you.
Elora didn't leave the building though. She's just in the waiting room. She's actually sitting on a chair, like with her lantern in her lap, just like staring at it, trying not to think of anything.
Keeping your little legs.
Yeah. No. She's like shaking a little.
So, Tahko, are you leaving?
I'm going to go address Elora.
Okay.
Care for a drink?
I don't know if I can drink anything right now.
Well, I'm going to go get an inn and stay there. Get a room.
Okay.
I'm quite tired.
I think... And she's like sitting there staring at her. Or she's kind of just blankly staring at you for a minute. And says, I think I'll go too.
Okay.
Okay. So, the three of you who are staying, I'm going to put us in a private chat so that these two can't hear.
Oh no!
Great.
Oh no! I don't know.
Alright, so it's just us. They can't hear us at all.
Nope.
Ooh.
Vulwin's just gonna kind of step back and take a place away, like somewhere near the wall or something, just away. Let's see.
Okay.
He's got quite.
So Nin puts the knife on a little holder, which leaves it with the blade in the flames, letting it heat up. He then makes his way over to some of the cabinets which are on the side of the room, searches through them a little bit, and eventually pulls out 2 sets of manacles. And he starts locking the manacles around the legs of the inspection table, and then around the legs of Thug. Then he rounds the table, does the same thing, the arms, one arm, second arm, and he's now just lying there prostrate before you all. Danica, unmoving, is left on the metal table. Eventually, Nin makes his way over to where the knife is in the flames, pulls the knife out, looks at you all, and then makes his way over to the 2 prone figures. Holding the knife in one hand, he slices through his hand, letting the blood pool in his palm, starts dripping down his arm, and he looks at it intently, puts the knife on one side on the metal table, and then starts with his other hand tracing runes in the blood which is on his arm right now. And then with his hand so covered, and he spends probably 10 to 15 minutes doing this, making sure that the etchings are completely correct, he then places his hand with the blood on Danica's forehead, then his other arm, the one without the blood, on Thug's forehead. He closes his eyes, and the blood suddenly just seems to get sucked up back into his hand. And then you notice that the other hand starts dripping with this instead. And it starts to cover the face of Thug. And Thug, now, like, recognizing that he's got red on him, and it's like pouring into his eyes and things, starts to struggle. But he's there chained, he can't move. And Nin's eye is still closed. You notice that Danica's abdomen has started to shrink a little. Slowly but surely getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And as it does, Thug's own chest starts to grow and grow and grow. Eventually Nin opens his eyes again, looks at his hand, and the wound on his palm is completely healed, it's stitched together, and he clasps his hands a couple of times, looks around, picks up the knife, and then plunges it into Thug's stomach. And that's where we end tonight. Let's go join the others. There we go.
God damn it.
Hello.
Hi.
It was really fun watching your guys' faces.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a hard time not laughing with watching you two just laughing at us.
Looking at the pure horror.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look how pained they are.
Yeah. There was a moment like, man, I really want to drink some tea, and then I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't do that. I can't right now.
I'm not eating or anything.
My.
Nope.
Right. Okay.
And Tahko, Elora, you're in the meat hall, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elora's not drinking. She's just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm going to put down some money for in-rooms for our group.
So Tahko, you're off doing that. Elora, you're sitting at one of the long trestle tables which make up the interior of the meat hall. You place the lantern on the table in front of you. You're just kind of looking at it, judging what you've done, what you've yet to do. And the lantern itself seems to pulse a little bit with a dull, yellow kind of light. Not having seen this behavior before, you place your hand on it and you're sucked in. And it's just you.
Okay.
In the lantern.
Okay.
Except it's not just you. There is another figure sat on a plush chair, which you've not seen before, surrounded with pillows, luxurious silks, things like that. He's got a bit of a blanket placed across his lap. His face is fine, chiseled almost like a sculpture. Very smooth, grey, bluish grey kind of texture. The other side of his face, that's on his left side. On his right side, it's just this black crusted mass that's just hides half of his figure completely. And there's just this one very, very intense eye looking at you. He smiles.
Oh, okay. She says... she's like looking around. She just says, hello? I'm Elora.
I am pleased that we have finally had the opportunity to meet face to face in person. I am Iduash. I am the one who has given you this gift.
Oh, wow. And she looks really, I guess, shocked and kind of happy at the same time. She says, wow, I had no idea. I knew it was something, that was giving someone or something, but I didn't know it would be like this. I mean, you were so fascinating, beautiful. Thank you for this opportunity.
I thank you as well for the kind words. This is not how I usually choose to present myself, but we will speak of this another time.
Okay.
And he kind of breathes in deeply, has another big smile on his face, and he kind of like traces the pillows and things around him.
Mm-hmm.
I had forgotten how soft and comforting these can be. It reminds me
Yeah.
of a better time. Before I was... No. Another time.
Oh, okay.
I am very pleased that we finally speak. You are a spark of hope in the darkness of the world at the moment. I could sense you wanted to change, to help people. So tell me,
Yes.
how have you helped?
Well, thus far, we've traveled to some of the 10 towns to try to alleviate some of their troubles. But our main goal with the people I'm with is to find out how to end this eternal winter. Although we haven't gotten very far, we've at least helped put a good person in power in the town of Goodmead, and we've delivered necessary supplies to other towns. At this point, I think we're still trying to find a good way to talk to Arl, to figure out how we can end this winter to help everyone. And these people have the same goal that I do, which is to end the winters, and at least we're getting somewhere. There are some bad things that have gone on the way, and I don't know necessarily if we're making the right decisions, but I don't know. We're doing our best to do what is best for the greater good.
You have made some inroads. You have made some mistakes. I do know, for example, and he holds his hand in front of him, and as you watch, the hand seems to shift, it molds, and instead of a hand, he now has almost a remarkably lifelike puppet of Thug.
Yeah.
Just staring back at you.
Yeah. Yes.
This is helping.
I do not know what a better choice would have been. I don't think that it's helping, but I suppose I'm not the only voice in our group.
They are your lantern bearers. Your decisions carries much weight with them. They are there serving you, traveling with you.
So, I don't like the idea of sacrificing another life for someone else, but I didn't know how to save someone otherwise. So to me, it felt like we had no choice. But at the same time, I still do not approve of my own actions. I'm not happy with this, but I don't know how to prevent this from happening again with Irilyssa.
Yes, she is a interesting one. I have not been able to see much from where I am. So tell me of your lantern bearers. Who are the people that you have chosen to travel with?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm traveling with Irilyssa. She's the white dragon. She's, I think she worships the moon goddess. She seems strong and quiet, and I'm not sure if she approved of this either.
But you say this is for her benefit. She is going to have the same process.
I think that she wants to live, and I think her desire to live might outweigh whether this is a decision for the good or the bad. To her. I don't want to tell her what to do, since it's her decision, but I would rather try to find another solution. She looks, I don't know, she's not happy with herself at all about it. There's also Tahko, the Goliath. He's very brash and doesn't seem to care one way or another so long as it's an end to the means, it seems. Zagrax, the silver dragon, also has the same intentions that I do to bring the light back to the land. I like him. I think that he's a good guy. And the same with Vulwin. Vulwin I can't quite get a read on, but I have a feeling that I don't know. Maybe this is bad, but I feel like maybe we just rushed into this
It is
situation.
possible. But
Yeah.
the flicker of life that you all have is so limited, so fragile.
Yes.
Very well. You have made progress. You have made good decisions, many which I think are for the best, some which may not be, but I would not have chosen to work with you had I not thought that you, for the most part, would do the right things. Continue on your path. Continue
Okay.
helping. Continue doing things for the greater good. We will speak again soon.
Hi, can I ask one question? I'm sorry, you might not know the answer.
Speak, but be quick. She comes.
Okay. Do you know... I'm sorry. Do you have any idea if there's another way to fix Irilyssa without this horrible sacrifice? You might not. This is very weird.
It is difficult for me to exactly assist in all of these manners. I have many powers, it is true. I am very powerful. You have been in a place of great power, great possibility. You may have scratched the surface of what can be done there. But now I must go. She comes. And with that, he disappears.
Okay. Okay. Am I still in the bottle?
Yes.
Okay.
And as you're kind of like looking around going, what just happened here? You kind of shake your head. And you notice your hair has changed colour. It is now a deep red.
Oh!
Which seems to have like
Okay.
orange highlights coming through them. And in your mind, you just hear a voice. Remember, things change. People change. Make sure the light warms. It does not burn.
Okay.
And then you are left alone.
Okay. I think she kind of just sits down, takes it all in,
Okay.
looks at her hair, like, oh. After a little while, she'll pop back out, though.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hey!
What does Tahko see when all this is going on?
Tahko,
God.
you were like at the bar ordering a drink. You look back over to where you left Elora, and all you see is just a lantern just sitting on top of the table. No Elora.
Okay. Well, I actually got two rooms. However much those are going to cost, I don't remember. One for guys and one for girls.
Okay. I will work that out in a minute. And then, like, when you turn around and you return, Elora's just sat back in her chair, except her hair has changed colour. It is now this dark red with streaks of orange, like orange highlights.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
You're gonna have to get your character portrait redrawn.
Right?
Elora, what happened?
Oh, she like is touching her hair really self-consciously. Like, I just had a conversation with someone. She just smiles.
I thought no one else could be inside your lantern.
I didn't think so either. I need to process what just happened. I think I'll be able to talk about it later.
Okay, I got us some rooms.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so you can take all the time you need.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
She actually reattaches the lantern to her belt.
And that is where we were actually stopping.
Okay.
It was too good an opportunity not to call you in there.
It was.
Elora,
Oh man.
This is a session.
A lot happened.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow. I got new hair.
Wowie wee wow.
I mean, you guys got to see what was going on in the doctor's office, and you got sucked in your lantern. And I'm fine.
Don't say that. Don't say that out loud. He'll make
Tahko
you not
is-
fine.
No,
Listen-
Tahko was just trying to lighten the mood, and he's like, "Oh, I guess not."
Unless I'm going to have some super dark, creepy conversation in my room, I'm just going to bed.
Funny you should say that.
You walk in, and the other giant is just waiting there, like, "I've been waiting to spar again." It's like,
Oh God.
Whoa.
guy.
Please, Taco's goddess would just be like, "Good job."
Right?
True.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just get thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up, finger guns,
Yeah.
give you a pat on the head.
Right.
Yeah.
Chill.
No
Wow.
issues here.
Yeah.
Keep it up,
But
kid. And then she'll-
as I was saying to everybody else, Mordred, I think I won't be able to make the next session.
Okay.
I've got work, unfortunately. So I think I should be able to listen in and like send messages back and forth if need be. But I won't be able to actively sit in and participate due to the possibilities of work calling.
Yeah, no worries. I do
And
have
knowing
a
who I'm
thing
working with, I'm getting calls.
possibly planned for you, but it's easily put off, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
Well, chat. Well,
Yeah. That happened.
So, chat,
it's
how's
now
it going?
Q&A time. Nobody has questions, I'm sure.
And chat, I'm just
Well-
going to say now, like, anything that all the players don't know about, please don't ask about that stuff, because the other players don't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll do
I'm
our
just
best to just avoid looking at whatever that stuff is. We're just like, I don't know.
Nani?
Ask a question.
It's kind of funny. Yeah, Tahko, you're just kind of watching everything. It's just like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to pull some funny faces every now and then.
Oh, all right. So, Macho, we have the question of why didn't the small tree shake on the way back? Honestly, probably couldn't see it. It was too stormy. I was looking for it too, personally. I was like, maybe we'll see it on the way back, but nothing to lighten the mood about what was going on now.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't think it was appropriate to lighten the mood considering everything that's going on.
Right? Maybe the tree was sleeping.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
no,
here's
that
the girl
tree.
dying of sickness, and then here's a little pine tree doing the hula.
Yeah, that tree was like the canary in the coal mine kind of deal on the way back, and then just gone. We knew we were going into a dark place after that, into the tundra.
Yeah.
I think that you were kind of focused on where you were trying to get to. Like, you're all tired. You'll
Absolutely.
be traveling literally all day.
Yeah, yeah. I expect that he was just looking straight down at the snow, being like, "This is the only thing I can focus on right now."
Because, yeah, you were walking for, 13 hours today? If not more, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
we're all
like
very
15.
tired.
Yeah, like the majority of the day. But yeah.
Because we left Goodmead, and then we came back, and then fought, and then left Goodmead officially, and went to Bryn Shander, and then Bryn Shander back again. Holy crap!
Yeah,
Yeah.
we left town and came back before all the drinking was completely done
hmm
for the election. It was that quick.
That was a long day.
Long day. That freaker's scary.
Also, I know that we had a raid earlier on, so thank you very much for the raid, Mitch. I'm sorry that I didn't acknowledge it at the time. What else do we have going on? Abdul Majd, the autistic gamer, Spooky Scary Monkey, Penna Puncher, Dwarven Miner, Dueling Burr, Slagrock, and Ribiot Gaming. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Chaos Gemini. That's a name I recognise. Thank you very much for the 3-month resubscription.
Yeah.
Time to try and get out of trouble. And Zenopsu, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Welcome to the Modelings. Thank you, everyone. All right, so other questions. What's the biggest
Are we sure that woman actually won the election? Well,
I think so.
We'll find out in the morning, honestly.
Yeah.
You left her political opponent bleeding on the snow. Probably.
It's just a good
Look,
chance.
he made bad choices. All right.
Canada.
That's a hard state to come back from,
Look, as far as-
electorally or otherwise.
Yeah. Look, as far as we know, he was going into town and he was just gonna, kill off his competition. So turns out it wasn't that, but at the same time, it probably would have come to that.
I was actually pretty impressed by the depth of the political intrigue. That was all from the book, by the way.
Oh wow, okay.
That's
Fantastic.
pretty good.
Yeah, when I read through that, I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are we level 3 now?
Sorry, what was that?
Are we level 3 now?
Nope.
Oh man.
You've
All the
still
trauma
helped
in the
precisely one town.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Hey, so this is a big deal, though. Remember the 10. The good mead right here. What could have happened could sway everything.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
Mead.
good mead.
The mead will be flowing again.
They're the morale of the 10 towns.
It will definitely have repercussions.
Good. He was looking to rough up his political opponent, with some, thugs in his pocket, and our political opponent just did it better. They had us in her pocket, and we straight up killed him. So,
Honestly, the thing is, we didn't get paid to do that.
yeah,
We did it out of the kindness of our hearts.
We just thought he was an asshole, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, she did
Honestly.
raise those funds for us to thank us. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
wink, wink. We know what we need to do.
And Zagrax, did you leave all of the money with the sheriff for hiring
I
mercenaries?
left the 25 that she gave specifically for hiring. And then the 20 that she gave to us, we still have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gave the specific amount that she gave to hire people. And the fact that I didn't mention that we'll choose the mercenary companies, even though I wanted to, because that's cool to learn about all of those. Don't have time.
Yeah. Chat gets it. Pour one out for wine cooler Shander. Could never hold his drink, so we might as well not either.
Yeah.
So we might as well not either.
We'll pour it out on
bad.
What's
Well, this got dark quick.
Really did.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as we start talking about sacrifice, it was never going to end well.
No.
And
I mean,
what
the
a
fact that Nin
cliffhanger.
showed up, it's not going to end well.
You say that, but the fact that he's there is a weird cold comfort.
If you say so.
I mean, as players,
I too feel
maybe just as
comforted.
players.
I too feel comfortable. Yikes.
Comforted.
If you could change your fate, would you transfer the alien to another person?
The answer seems to be yes.
Well, yeah.
We'll see.
If you
be
could change
fair-
your fate, would you turn your mom into a bear?
Oh, that's me mom on the road.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the polar bear encounter. Been thinking
Yes.
about that
Me
one for a
too.
while.
Yeah.
That was just a little spooky.
I did
mean,
like
at least
that
it
you
wasn't-
immediately thought it was Yeti. I was like, that's a good idea, but not this time.
Well, I mean, it's
Talking
like
about it with the goat.
it was the same. It was like close to the same spot as where the Yetis were coming down from. It was like, yep.
Mountain gets it. It's the goat.
Yeah, Irilyssa, you've got it right. Our mistake. It was definitely a goat. That had
Definitely
long
a
horns.
goat.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's just a white version of the goats that we found in the goat we found in the cave.
Yeah.
That was actually Irilyssa's nat one, was her still being like goats are that big, aren't they? And like convincing herself. Oh my god! No!
I must admit, I was thinking, like, just how gruesome should I make the operation? I think I did.
Well, I didn't get shit canned.
It's still supposed to be like a PG-15 channel, so.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I like the description. That was just where it needed to be.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say you can ask about the operation. It was more just for flavour that the characters weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
But they would probably hear offhand from the others what happened. So yeah, go ahead and ask. The one that you definitely can't talk about though is Elora. That's definitely not on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as players, you know, it's different than as our characters, right? We separate those two, so we get to be the flies on the wall that just kind of look and be like, "Oh no, we can't say anything about this or even use this in game."
And like that's actually one of the things I really like about playing with you guys is you're very good at not metagaming. Like you probably all know what a Duragar is, for example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't tell him. You're in for a surprise. Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is what my fourth D&D campaign ever, and 3 of them have been with you guys. So
Yeah.
Well,
pretty much everything I know about D&D is what we've gone through here. So
We won't spoil the surprise.
I assume bad.
I'll just say that no matter what the Illithids enslave, even if they get free, things never quite turn out the same for them.
Okay, when Thug the poor man got stabbed, what happened to the egg? Did the doctor take it? Did it go away? Or is that for next time? Just more, did he stab the egg or just him? That's definitely find out next time.
Oh god.
The cliffhanger.
I don't know what that means.
Yep.
Oh.
Like, move the egg from this person to that person, but I don't know.
See, that was what we were told. In fact, actually, no.
Yeah.
I don't even think a chunk of the group was told exactly what was going to happen. I know
Irilyssa and Elora.
You two said that we needed this to do something. Vaguely.
I mean, when I tried to take the egg out, I was killing them, so I assumed that he would put them close enough so that we would attach both people to the egg and then unhook the first person to the egg. So it's like, nope, it's stuck with you now. But
That would be if magic wasn't involved.
This is Nin we're talking about.
Yeah.
and when he's like,
Yeah.
"You want to watch?" and I'm like, "I have some medical experience, but I don't think even if I see, I'm going to be able to see what's going on." So
Yeah.
But
I
you
don't
will
think it's
find
gonna
this
be-
fascinating.
thanks for no thanks.
It's
Let's
such a
take your-
fascinating process. It's most curious.
Most curious, yeah.
Yeah, poor Thug. Who knows the history of Thug, but
I mean, he's a thug.
Well, you asked that.
you got your 15 pages of written history.
A sad old mom that's just waiting for him to come home and was like dependent on
Okay,
him.
guys, I'm leaving now. Bye.
Yeah, you have the
I'd like to
whole
sleep,
family
thanks.
lineage. It's like this. He was the destined one eventually, but just not in the way he thought.
I mean, his parents named him Thug. They weren't having high hopes for him in the first place.
Yeah.
Also,
To be
like, a
fair.
pup with 3 legs that needs special medicine.
Oh, God.
Along with-
Arguably. Oh, go ahead.
Along with the barkeep of that other town. What was his name again? The barkeep in Bryn Shander?
Scram sacks.
Graham Sachs? Is that it?
I'll put it in
It
chat
was,
once
yeah.
I've remembered how to
Who's
spell
like,
it myself.
oh, what a lovely baby boy. I'll name him Graham Sachs.
Scram sacks.
Scram sacks.
Scram sacks, even
I
better.
was
Graham
like-
Sachs.
As dark as
Yeah.
this session was, I still feel like the one that hurt more was when we freed the people from the cave and they went and walked on the bridge that was trapped and fell to their death.
Yeah.
That one was like, oh shit.
In a different campaign.
Yeah. That one hurt.
My
That one still
character
hurts.
in that game thought that was the funniest thing in the entire world, though.
No, the funniest thing is when Highwind's character jumped off the edge to try and save him and just decided to land
Yeah,
on his
that was-
neck. I think we all laughed for like 20 minutes straight on that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
It's
Mordred, do you like confusing everyone?
Of course he
No.
does.
No?
Look at
He's a-
that
he's
bashful
a-
grin.
He's a DM. What do you mean?
It's more like you have to give us the information artfully.
Yeah, it's actually really difficult because like I have some information at my fingertips here. Some of it I just have to make up and run with, and then juggling
Yeah.
all of that, and then like what would you know versus what have I remembered to tell you versus what do I know?
Yeah.
Like how to
That's
spell
true, we did
freaking
slay.
scrum sacks.
We did slay an entire family last time. I think by the end of the campaign, we're all going to get killer nicknames.
Oh,
Tahko's Mood Killer, Elora's Family Killer.
No, I'm wife killer.
Oh, Wife Killer.
Yeah.
Elora Wife Killer.
Well, people
Yeah.
have to survive to give us the names, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean, we killed the guy and then his pet bear. And
You know.
as his girlfriend was running from the horror of his burning corpse, we shot her in the
Oh,
we could have let her go. I mean,
Well, maybe they shouldn't have stolen all of them picnic baskets.
They were the bad guys. It had to be
picnic
done.
baskets.
Yeah, they were stealing a bunch of things. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
no.
I mean,
Yeah.
they did come to town. They killed the leader of the town and stole mead. We did it for the mead, not because the leader was killed, but that's where moral leanings are. No, I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, their lives were worth a bit more than just the property loss.
We gave them a chance. Tahko tried to give them a chance.
Oh yeah, he could have surrendered.
Tahko.
I gave him a good. Yeah, I know. I know.
You will pay for your crimes.
And he did. So I wasn't lying.
Okay, lawful evil then. Gotcha.
Now, to be fair, with the encounter with friend, that was already going down and it was already going bad before we got there. Like,
Oh man, I loved friend. Just
yeah,
Poor friend.
I like it.
To
Didn't
be
even
fair, I wasn't there for that one. Zagrax is in the clear.
it didn't even like click like just how you could use his name until I actually was like, hang on, what if he's already fighting the militia and you walk into him and he's doing that? He's just yelling friend at them while smacking their heads in.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, Vulwin had a lot of hesitation with that initially. It'd be like, what's going on here?
Right.
Because Zagrax, basically they stumble across this fight with just this ogre just going, friend, friend, just yelling that at the people that were attacking him. And the party were like, whose side's he on, really?
Mm-hmm.
His.
Turns
That
out,
was just his name.
yeah,
Yep.
right in the pain.
yeah. We do a lot of things in the name of survival.
This
Friend is
setting
pretty
is definitely dark. Like, Fandelver has a few moments. That was more me adding my own thing. Although I think actually, if you don't warn the family about the traps, it does actually say in the book, then they don't know. Splat.
Oh my
But in this,
God.
there is a lot more badness. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Considering that we just now have more than likely sacrificed a guy to save somebody else through some sick ass blood magic, I think this is darker just by a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
And having murdered a family and having gone and murdered a political rival of somebody in a town and then
I mean-
sacrifice.
These are all
We
circumstances.
probably destroyed an entire town, like the entire town of Fandelver, but we're slaves now, so it doesn't matter in that game.
True.
Oh yeah.
And technically we didn't. It was Highwind's character who told the dragon about it
It's
and
very
started the
true.
whole thing.
It was a series of unfortunate circumstances at the end of it.
I
That
really,
dragon still be a good administrator. That's all I'm saying. We don't know.
I really
Not
hope that I have the
wrong.
opportunity to like show what happened as a result of that. I just need to think of a
Yeah.
way of like writing it in because I know exactly what's happened, like what the outcome was. I just need to find a way of like introducing that
Oh
I would
yeah.
assume it's-
because it would be part of this world.
Oh,
What's our favorite campaign?
Favorite campaign.
this one's more, right?
D&D.
No.
I mean, this one's been the most emotionally roller coastery.
And it's only session 6.
Right.
Yep.
I will say I'm running a Curse of Strahd campaign on Saturdays, and that's been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Curse of Strahd is often seen as like the best D&D module.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
know
made
what-
them kill a kid in front of their parents. So
Yeah, but
uh-huh.
we're also kind of taking the piss out of that one, too.
Circumstance every time. You can't just say it like it is. It's not like that.
Honestly, with this
Never
group,
is.
if you're all in there, I'm not surprised at all. In the
That kid
slightest.
was a vampire. That kid was a vampire.
He could have been a good vampire.
His dad looked like a Muppet. We were
Look, everyone
And
trying
that's
to
exactly what I
sweep the
expect Highwind
details
to
under the
say.
rug. They're just being like, "Here's what happened. You just killed a family." I mean, we didn't know.
I don't know what my favorite campaign is though. I mean, I personally really liked running Waterdeep. But
Yeah.
that campaign itself is not. I think the book is not the best book. I had to add in most of my own stuff, but it has really good bones.
Yeah, that's why I kind of shied away a bit from Waterdeep, because I feel like it focuses really heavily on roleplay. It's more of a narrative story than an actual mechanical story. And
Yeah.
yes, like Icewind has a lot you need to add. Waterdeep feels like there's even more.
There is. Otherwise, it's a super railroady plot, and that's why I picked Waterdeep, because it is more of a narrative, and one of the people that we play with doesn't like combat as much. So I was like, perfect. But
I think we managed to avoid almost all the combat. It was ridiculous.
you did, just by talking.
I mean, we had one
Ralph.
combat thing we absolutely trounced. That
Highwind talked his way out of combat and not into combat? What is this nonsense?
I was
That is a
playing
surprise.
I was playing a quick talking bard in that one, and
Oh, touche.
It did.
a quick
there was one-
that could cartwheel up a tree.
yeah. There was one building that was supposed to. It was already in conflict. There's a fight going on. We were supposed to have to fight our way up to the second floor, and we were just like, well, let's just go up on top of the balcony there and just go in through the window. And
Yeah,
I was
so
like,
it's-
"Hey, let's just climb this tree and jump across."
The biggest horror as a DM is when they just completely bypass the entire dungeon.
Right at the end instead of the beginning. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, seriously though, like Highwind's characters have always a propensity to get into trouble all
Yes.
the time.
Here are all of these severed heads. We're
I don't know what
sorry.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Tony wasn't.
Or, you
Tony
know,
was
like-
actually pretty diplomatic, all things considered.
Yeah.
Tony.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, Mood Killer's an improvement so far, I think.
True.
Except when the sky towers are involved.
Except when the Sky Tower's involved.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there was the one campaign you ran, Ethan, that we all ended up going off with an NPC character after the campaign ended
Oh.
and left Highwind's character
Oh.
all on alone.
Because all of us
Every-
were done.
It's great.
Literally, all of us were like, "We're going with this chick. She's much cooler."
Yeah, it's good.
Fun stories, all of that.
Yeah.
I guess for me, it's not D&D related, but my favorite campaign would have just been a homebrew traveler game. It was one of the first. It was the first tabletop I actually ran with some of these people here in this group were part of it, and sci-fi is awesome. I don't see enough of it in tabletop stuff, so yeah, it was a blast.
I'd say my favorite was ages ago. I ran a Vampire the Masquerade game, and I ran it for people who were entirely new to gaming, and I didn't even let them have the book. And the whole concept was they had just been turned into vampires, and they had no idea how any of it worked. It was a modern day setting, and when they actually encountered stuff, the players and characters were equally as confused. Like one of them, just a hole torn in their chest with aggravated damage, and they're like, "What do we do? We can't go to the doctor. How are we going to fix this?" And, that game ran for years. It was a real hoot. It eventually split off into two separate games because so many people ended up joining and wanting to do more stuff. But
Jeez.
yeah, I think I ended up having about 10
Stories
players.
of that game, and I'm very upset that I was not around for that.
That's cool.
Yeah, they dealt with a lot. At one point, they had really messed up and they ended up framing an NPC friend of theirs for it, and they ended up getting beheaded in front of them.
Oh my.
Yeah, oops.
Oopsies.
My bad.
All the while, like crying and claiming innocence, and just chop.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal at times.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite campaign's probably one of the two that I'm in right now. This one, because Zagrax is actually the first D&D character I ever actually, first complete D&D character I ever made, story-wise. And that was years ago. And that campaign fell through. And then I was going to play him in another campaign. And then timing, and that one fell through. So this is a third campaign that Zagrax would have been a part of. And yes, he exists now, which is cool.
Yeah,
And then my other
like,
one, and my other one said, "Oh, go ahead."
No, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say my other one said, the tank is a World War II based setting D&D 5e game that I'm running with a bunch of other friends, and that one's just really cool because I love World War II.
I was gonna say I always like having side stories for different characters. Like you're seeing Irilyssa's, probably just started seeing Elora's. Tahko's still a bit hidden, Vulwin's still a bit hidden. Zagrax is like, what the hell am I going to do with you? Because you've got such a good established background. I'm like, you finally have an idea. Zagrax has got something coming to him, so it's good.
I mean, to be fair, he's got the responsibility of us as a group as well. He brought us together, so what we're doing is it's kind of on him.
He's the de facto.
But there is now a companion quest for Zagrax as well, so there you go.
Oh.
Took me a long frickin' time to come up with, but I got one.
Yeah, we can pin all this on him if we need to.
Yeah.
I can get a companion. Yes.
No, I meant
wait, or do I become
you have
the
to
companion?
do specific companion quests for every member of your party. You now have one.
Yeah. You gotta unlock your side stories.
True.
Please don't get my bad end. I don't want that.
Right?
Not the bad ending. Anything but the bad ending.
No, you unlock the
I
romance.
just got my
option.
artwork done. I don't want to get more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your artwork
Zagrax
is
is going to
phenomenal.
find out who we truly all
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, all of your art is so
you did
good.
amazing.
Just need to get Zagrax's now.
Come on, Zagrax.
I'll get there. I'm working on it.
Okay.
No rush.
I'm working on it.
Until then, I've got a little icon, for you. It's just a giant Z.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say if it's something bad, I'm gonna have to spend way too much time on fixing it. Quick, spam it, go, go, go. Yes. I mean, I'm okay
Oh
with
my
the giant
gosh.
Z.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's a good letter.
It's
Of
clear.
course it is.
It's very clear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bright green too.
Because, all of your characters really stick out. Yours is sometimes a little bit difficult to tell from the other NPCs because it's got a similar style to the NPC ones. And
Yeah.
also,
I
you've
saw that
chosen
in the
frickin'
initiative.
red as your border.
Yeah.
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 But the rest works. I like it. And it's always nice seeing the characters come to life with the artwork coming through, because then you can really put you have an idea in your head how they look, and then you actually see it on paper and okay, that's even cooler.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. Someone said the letters actually make it easy to see who is who.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah,
give
you
it
know-
time, and you will, especially as we are assigning. Well, I've assigned colours to what the colours are. Oh, you can't see that. Well, you can because the names of the colours. Except for Elora, I made you yellow instead of blue.
Yeah.
Just because I was also blue.
I mean, there's a chance that if we wanted to,
That's
perhaps
true. I can change my color to yellow.
Yellow might
Well,
work
yeah, I
a
mean-
bit better.
perhaps
Yeah.
on the displays.
Because I
we can-
have orange highlights now.
You're not muted, Ethan.
I know. I know. Okay. I didn't think I was. It's okay. Let's say perhaps we can figure out a way on the display or something to, put our little character icons in the corner of where our videos are. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
there's-
at the moment
yeah.
your names are the different colours.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
not a lot of room.
There isn't. Nope.
It's really hard to design this stuff, as it turns out. Like, I've done a couple of redesigns since we started. They're all very small and very subtle, but yeah. It's remarkably difficult to do this template thing.
Yeah.
And I would, at some point, like to make another one. So if it's just like a dialogue heavy rather than combat. So the screen that's up there at the moment is more of a combat one because it shows the big map. But for times that you don't need the map, I can just have like the cameras a bit bigger with more detail about the character. But that's effort, and that requires me to do more, so I haven't yet.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
In time. Cross our fingers. We got the audio.
We have the audio now.
Yay.
Finally.
Yay.
I don't know why this has been such a technical nightmare, because I've been doing streaming now long enough that I kind of know how everything works, and it didn't work for this. They're just things that's like, this should work, and it's not. And audio was one of the big ones.
I mean, you did switch. Well, true. You did switch OBS streaming stuff though too.
Yeah, but I used to use OBS, then switched to Streamlabs because it was just had more features, and then the quality of Streamlabs just nosedived. I don't know what the hell they're doing or who they're employing as programmers, because my god, it's a load of steaming garbage at the moment. So I went back to OBS, and it turns out they've actually added all the features that Streamlabs had to regular OBS, and it's just way more solid.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, just what the hell is up with Streamlabs at the moment? It's just so bad.
Yeah. Mord, am I just a spy or minion for you? Santa Claus 62 in chat said, our names are the same color.
Oh, on the overlay, yeah.
Taking note.
Well, to be fair, mine is just a very off-white. It's like a barely cream color. So there's a difference. It's almost imperceptible.
My
I
screen,
swear.
it's pretty much white. I mean, yeah, it's slightly grey, maybe.
Like I said, I swear, not the same. We aren't the same people. I'm not being paid off by the GM.
Oh, I see, because my name's in white as well. I hadn't even clicked that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe when Zagrax finds out, Vulwin's side story, he's going to find out if he's just a plant by Mord. Who knows?
No
You're
more of that.
actually me, you're just wearing a mask.
It was me the whole time.
Dun,
Huzzah.
dun.
Well, we know we can talk to plants at least, so we've got that.
It's true. Yeah,
The other way around.
the reality is,
Six animals and Mordred is an animal.
That's a good point.
But yeah, what you guys can't see is my name on the game is actually blue, like right
Yeah.
there.
Oh.
But that doesn't show on the template on stream.
Yeah.
Just because that's even more space, and Tahko's name is completely off center.
Sorry.
Yep.
And I realized last week when I was trying to adjust, or the week before when I was trying to readjust everything, it is your name. Like whenever I was doing the shape of the cameras, I always did it where it's just everyone's name is just one line, and then Tahko Mood Killer is so long it's 2 lines, so it would throw off all of the other cameras. And as you were usually the last one to join the session, I was like, why does this keep changing? I don't understand.
Add my last name and see if you can manage it, buddy.
No.
Isn't your last name like a million letters?
Add another 2 lines for that one. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, do you guys have any other questions for us, or shall we wrap this up since we've gone over by another 45 minutes now?
We're a chatty bunch.
Yeah.
Going once.
Going once, going twice.
Okay.
Going twice.
Well, there's a little bit of a delay, so you got to give it the delay a bit.
Not if we go quickly.
Who's going to sing a lullaby?
Go on,
Good night.
Tahko. Good night.
Good night.
Where's that fish when you need him?
Yeah.
We need that enchanted fish to sing.
Oh, no, that'll put us to sleep.
Yeah, I did have a little bit of a panic actually there at the end talking to Elora. It's like, hang on, I've still got the sounds of like the snow and stuff playing outside. This isn't really appropriate. I'm just going to slowly turn the volume down.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, on that note, I think we will end it here. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so that you get the notifications when we are live again in the future. Zagrax, you said that you're not going to be here next week.
Yes.
That's fine, as long as we know. Otherwise, I think that we're going to continue playing anyway. Any reason not to?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll be around.
So we'll be here as usual next Sunday, midnight GMT, 7 p.m. Eastern. And look forward to seeing you then. And Penna Pusher, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Maudlings. Thank you very much for that. Billy Bladesball, thank you for the follow. That's it from us. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hey, everyone.